penda penda na sando mana mina deka deka deka. Mungu wangu anapenda deka penda deka, ananipenda na deka. Mungu wangu anapenda penda penda na sando mana mina deka deka deka. Mungu wangu anapenda deka penda deka, ananipenda na deka. Mtana come through, no mana namsifu, maombi anajibu. Kuna wenye dhambi wengine takatifu, jua likiwaka linawawakia wote, wengine chanda chanda wengine waaminifu, mvua ikinyesha inawanyeshea wote. Kuna wenye dhambi wengine takatifu, jua likiwaka linawawakia wote, wengine chanda chanda wengine waaminifu, mvua ikinyesha inawanyeshea wote.
A very good morning to each and every one of you who is tuned in on the show. Welcome. This is Good Morning Kenya Entertainment Thursday, coming to you from the broadcasting house. My name is Vivian Ndegwa. It is a beautiful Thursday morning, and we are here to make sure that you are going to have an entertaining day. My DJ is here, or rather morning, yes, just to take you throughout the entire day. My DJ is here, DJ Unique, the DJ, yes, the best DJ in the continent. Yes, what's up?
Your statement proves
Says you, sir, how?
It's Unique, the DJ, the best DJ in the continent, Maze, and you hear another Thursday, Maze, to come just to entertain you on your screen. Ama vipi? So today on my lineup, lazima niwapate zile muziki zimetoka mpya.
Yes.
Ama vipi? So on my list, kuna Brooklyn Boys, wako na new song inaitwa Gear 5.
Okay.
Mbona wameswitch mpaka Gear 5 sasa. Wanasonga kusonga. So Ekodida pia alikuwa amenyamaza sana, mheshimiwa. Amerudi with a new banger. He's back with a new song. Kuna Militant Governor wa Mbogi Genji ako na new song.
Peke yake?
No, with peke yake na Trojan Miller from Jamaica.
Okay.
Kuna new song. Kuna Nameless amerudi back, kuna song inaitwa Nitabai. So it's a very nice song. Kuna Godi Tena, kuna Dimba, kuna Limbo Fest. They have a new song.
Yeah.
Inaitwa My Type. Alafu pia Kaveve Kazoze pia.
Akona ngoma.
Mpya. So those songs nitakuwa na zisample tukiendelea na mix. I'll be sampling those songs right away. So keep it locked, Mazi.
Yes. You gotta keep it locked right here on Entertainment Thursday. Good morning, Kenya. But before we get into the music like that, you know, the music that Unique has just mentioned is going to be playing for us, we also have Marie Yambo with us, and she'll be taking us through the news. Marie, good morning.
A very good morning to you, Vivian, and definitely DJ Unique, the best DJ in the continent. I should not forget that, DJ.
Yep.
Well, and a very good morning from wherever you're joining us across the country. My name is Marie Yambo, and definitely I'll be bringing you up to speed with what is happening in as far as the news is concerned. The doctor's strike was called off following a signing of an agreement with the government. And also schools to reopen on the 13th of May, that is Monday next week. And I can tell you, Vivian, my niece is not very happy. And I guess most students are not happy. They were wishing that they could stay. Yeah, they could actually stay, you know, home. I mean, did you like school?
Yeah.
Somehow it was stressful.
Did they want a replica of Corona? How things went down during
I mean, they would be happy. They would be happy, I guess so. Yeah, and also the rains to continue, but at least they would have subsided in a few places. But the weatherman is also putting on notice, or at least is warning people in Western Kenya and the coastal region to, you know, brace themselves. But we hope that not as much havoc will be caused as what we've been witnessing across the country, in places that have received very heavy rainfall. Definitely people are still struggling to get back to normal, but the government is also trying its level best together with, you know, well-wishers, and we hope that they'll be able to resettle very soon. So I'll bring you up to speed with all that, including business and sports. But let's start right there with the doctor's strike, where doctors across the country are expected back in hospitals this Thursday after the Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union and the national county governments finally signed a return to work formula agreement on Wednesday, effectively bringing to an end their 56-day strike. KMPDU Secretary General, that is Deputy Atala, directed doctors to resume work within 24 hours, even as the national and county governments committed to fully implement the agreed deal. This as the issues of posting of medical interns remain unresolved. Joseph Wakongo kicks off our bulletin this morning.
After 56 days of push and pull, striking doctors and the national and county governments finally put pen on paper on a deal. The signing of a return-to-work formula at the Kenyatta International Convention Centre in Nairobi was witnessed by Head of Public Service Felix Koskei, Labour Cabinet Secretary Florence Bore, her Public Service counterpart Moses Kuria, among others. Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha and Council of Governors Chair Anne Waiguru expressed relief and commitment to fully implementing the signed deal.
I am confident that what we have signed on to today, having consulted widely, this is a deal that is going to be implemented by all of us.
We will be continuing with the process of dialogue and negotiation with the other outstanding institutions that we haven't yet settled.
Kenya Medical Practitioners and Dentists Union Secretary General Davji Atela confirmed that of the 19 issues, an agreement is yet to be reached on the posting of medical interns on 206,000 shillings monthly salary.
And so from the document that we had a very long meeting today with our National Advisory Council, that is the highest decision-making organ. And they endorsed that we signed this particular return-to-work formula today so that it can pave way for the doctors to resume work within 24 hours from now. And that means the strike that began on 13th of March 2024 has been called off. All the doctor interns, that is the medical officer interns, the pharmacist interns, and the dentist interns will have to wait a little bit longer. We have agreed on a 60 days period that they will not be posted, but we'll be having conversations on this issue.
Governors have also implored striking clinical officers to end their month-long strike ahead of a meeting set for Tuesday next week, aimed at reaching a consensus on the demands.
Thank you, Joseph. Now, schools will resume officially on Monday, the 13th of May, 2024, for the second time after it was postponed by 2 weeks. President William Ruto announced the reopening of schools on Wednesday at State House, Nairobi, citing latest analysis of the weather situation in the country. Schools were to reopen on the 29th of April, but postponed due to heavy rains and devastating floods across the country.
For weeks now, the country has been experiencing heavy rainfall that has led to loss of lives and properties of unknown value being destroyed in the process. However, the latest weather forecast indicates a reduction in intensity.
Course of this week towards the end, we are going to have lower precipitation across the country, and we thank God for that, because I think for the past few days, we have actually seen that manifestation of a subsiding heavy rainfall.
Climate Change and Forestry Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya was speaking at the Kenya Meteorological Department offices in Nairobi, noted that with the reduced rainfall, the weather will be conducive for tree planting across the country to mitigate the impact of climate change.
Tree growing is not just but one but one of the intervention areas. The strategy has enumerated several other opportunities for landscape and ecosystem restoration.
And as the country gears up for the National Tree Planting Day to be marked this Friday, 10th May, the second national holiday of its kind, following the inaugural Green Holiday marked on 13th November last year, calls have been made for Kenyans to come out in large numbers and participate in the exercise. Meanwhile, 2 sisters drowned in River Ndarugo in Njoro Sub-County, Nakuru County. According to Nyumba Kumi elder Richard Mutai, Faith Chemoeno and Mary Chemngetich, aged 14 and 12 respectively, were trying to cross the flooded river on Wednesday morning when they were swept.
We do apologize for that mix-up of the story. I want to take that story again for you, and that is schools will resume officially on Monday, the 13th of May 2024, for the second term after it was postponed by 2 weeks. President William Ruto announced the reopening of schools on Wednesday at Sisterhood, Nairobi, citing latest analysis of the weatherman of the situation in the country, and that schools will reopen. The schools were supposed to be reopened on the 29th of April, but were postponed due to heavy rains and devastating floods across the country. Let's play that story for you once again.
Parents have been urged to take their children back to school for second term on the 13th of May 2024. While announcing the resumption of learning disrupted for 2 weeks by heavy rains and floods, the head of state said the decision was reached at after consultation with the Kenya Meteorological Department, which has confirmed that the rains will subside in the coming days.
And on the assessment of the government of Kenya, it will now be safe, and we have made adequate arrangements. We have asked members of parliament, and we have provided resources through the NGCDF for repair of classrooms and other facilities, learning facilities across Kenya, and therefore all schools will be opened on Monday next week, and therefore parents must prepare their children to go to school.
The president made the remarks at State House, Nairobi, during a meeting with grassroots leaders from Kajiado Central and Laikipia North constituencies, led by members of Parliament Kanchori Memusi of ODM and Sarah Korere of Jubilee, respectively, saying he was committed to working with all leaders regardless of their political affiliations to propel the country's development agenda forward, and that no region would be neglected due to its voting patterns.
Ile kitu wengi hawakujua ni kwamba mimi nilikuwa Azimio physically, but my soul was in UDA. Now I've come to reconcile my soul and my body and my mind. That's why I'm here. And Your Excellency, ukiona pia nimekuja na Mheshimiwa Kaparo, unajua maneno sasa ni sawa sawa. Unajua hii maneno hii inakuwa ngumu saa ingine.
So we are not just here because we want to be in your party. We are here because we've seen you have the vision. We've seen that you will be able to change this country.
Kama inawezekana, kila Mkenya apande miti 50 Ijumaa. Tupande miti milioni 200 Ijumaa. Ili tuanze safari ya kukabiliana na matatizo ya climate change ama kuharibika kwa mazingira, ndio tuweze kuzuia kiangazi na tuweze kuzuia mafuriko.
The weatherman says that most parts of the country are in the coming weeks expected to experience reduced rainfall. However, heavy rains is expected to persist in western and the coastal region until the end of June. In the meantime, Environment, Climate Change and Forestry Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya says that the government continues to support the over 57,000 flood victims by distributing relief food, assorted household items and provision of makeshift camps. So far, over 200 people have been reported dead, I beg your pardon, more than 170 injured and at least 75 are missing.
For weeks now, the country has been experiencing heavy rainfall that has led to loss of lives and properties of unknown value being destroyed in the process. However, the latest weather forecast indicates a reduction in intensity.
Course of this week, towards the end, we are going to have lower precipitation across the country, and we thank God for that, because I think for the past few days, we have actually seen that manifestation of a subsiding heavy rainfall.
Climate Change and Forestry Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya, who was speaking at the Kenya Meteorological Department offices in Nairobi, noted that with the reduced rainfall, the weather will be conducive for tree planting across the country to mitigate the impact of climate change.
Tree growing is not just but one but one of the intervention areas. The strategy has enumerated several other opportunities for landscape and ecosystem restoration.
And as the country gears up for the National Tree Planting Day to be marked this Friday, 10th May, the second national holiday of its kind, following the inaugural Green Holiday marked on 13th November last year, calls have been made for Kenyans to come out in large numbers and participate in the exercise. Meanwhile, 2 sisters drowned in River Ndarugo in Njoro Sub-County, Nakuru County. According to Nyumba Kumi elder Richard Mutai, Faith Chemweno and Mary Chemngetich, aged 14 and 12 respectively, were trying to cross the flooded river on Wednesday morning when they were swept by the raging waters.
The bridge, ile hajatengenezwa 3 years, about 3 years, kama tunalalamika.
Elsewhere, the search of the body of a man who was swept away in his vehicle by River Sagana last Thursday is still ongoing with the help of the Kenya Defence Forces Disaster Response Battalion, who spent the better part of their day trying to retrieve the body.
Tengeza team katika hizo county nimetaja waweze kuenda Mombasa, wawe trained, wakuwe kama emergency team yetu kwa sababu ya maji.
In Baringo County, it is a double tragedy for over 300 families displaced by floods who are camping in Moinonin, Baringo North, following persistent attacks which led to the killing of 17 people. However, the locals are adamant to go back to their homes despite the assurance by the government that they will provide security.
Serikali tunaomba wasaidie sisi mahali ya kwenda na mahali pia ya kuishi, kwa sababu shule ikifunguliwa hatujui sasa hata school fees watoto wataenda na nini.
More families continue to suffer due to floods in various parts of the country as the government and other well-wishers offer support to the affected. The First Lady, Rachel Ruto, visited affected families in Kitengela, Kajiado County and gave them food and household items.
The arrival of First Lady Rachel Ruto at Kitengela, Kajiado County with food and non-food items was a little sigh of relief to some 800 affected families.
Meona kule Magadi vile maji imeweza kubeba hata sehemu fulani, nafikiria ilikuwa hospitali ama shule hivi, lakini tunajua kwamba hii shida ya mafuriko sio Kajiado peke yake, ilhali ni nchi yetu ya Kenya nzima pamoja hata na sehemu ya Afrika Mashariki na sehemu nyingine ya dunia.
Karibu kila kaunti imeweza kuadhirika, na leo mama yuko hapa, tulikuwa naye Kibira, tulikuwa naye pia kule Narok, na leo yuko hapa aseme pole kwenu.
The aid was provided in collaboration with the national government, the county government of Kajiado, the Chandaria Foundation, the Aga Khan University Hospital and local leaders. The same kind of reprieve was also felt in Dagoretti South, Nairobi County, following the visit by Investment, Trade and Industry Cabinet Secretary Rebecca Miano, who distributed an assortment of food and non-food items.
Tukimaliza hii maneno ya mvua na mafuriko, sasa nije wakati mwingine tujadiliane maneno ya biashara.
Meanwhile, the State Department for Correctional Services has donated foodstuff worth 2.4 million shillings to Kenya Red Cross. The foodstuffs, which include maize flour, sugar, beans, rice among others, will go a long way in assisting victims of floods. The Principal Secretary for Correctional Services, Salome Muia Biko, made a clarion call to Kenyans of goodwill to also join hands and assist those affected by floods. Over 250 people countrywide have lost their lives so far, with heavy rains expected to continue in several parts of the country.
Thank you, Tilio Marco, for that report. On that note, let's take a break.
hizo vyombo zako huko na uende kule, unajua kule utaenda.
I'm sorry, I have a contract. I'm not going anywhere.
Lazima ufuate sheria.
Na yeye afuate sheria.
Sheria uje ulale kwa nyumba yangu na nimekomboa.
Sheria
unanisaidia kulipa.
Ploti ni yangu.
Wacha kubishana na mimi. Hebu leta shahidi mwingine.
Ponda.
Hata uone
haya. Huyu ananiambia nini huyu?
Uone haya kujibishana na mtu kaa huyu.
Akochapa. Ama nikutolee chatu saa hii.
Wewe.
So kielewe ni ya nini? Walk out.
Jumba hata si yako. Babako ndo umewachia. Alafu wewe hata juu kumetea. Mimi naenda.
Please. Wacha tu test kama hiyo kichwa iko na uchi ama maji. Si ndio? Sana mimi najua iko na maji. Ngoja usikie mheshimiwa. Si unasikia?
Hello, fabulous ladies. Welcome to the talk show that's all about sisterhood, empowerment, and unfiltered conversation. We will be focusing on women. We believe in women.
We are really changing.
We are creating a safe space for women to connect. It's a movement.
When they are standing, we need to stand out.
From heartwarming tales to hilarious adventures.
They could ask me, Catherine, why are you learning?
We are turning the spotlight on women who are breaking barriers in their individual fields.
You have to have a vision. You are the leaders of Kenya today.
Keeping it honest and relatable.
Mental health is real.
Yes.
Where there is no communication, there is no relationship.
Join the Sisterhood every Sunday at 4 p.m. on KBC TV for Dada's Show.
Thank you for staying with us. Agriculture Cabinet Secretary, that is Mythica Linturi, is now linking his past failed love life to the planned impeachment motion in Parliament. Linturi, who appeared before the 11-member Select Committee of the National Assembly, claimed that the impeachment motion has the footprints of the Aldai Member of Parliament, Mary Kaitani, whom they had a nasty breakup and nothing to do with the alleged fake fertilizer scandal. While pleading not guilty to all the allegations labelled against him, he urged the committee to judge him not through the lens of his past.
Emotions ran high in the first day of the impeachment hearing motion against Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Mythica Linturi, who appeared before the National Assembly Select Committee.
Honorable Franklin Mythica Linturi, the Cabinet Secretary, do you agree or disagree with the...
I totally disagree.
The CS, who is at the center of the alleged scandal through his legal counsel, argued that the whole impeachment plan is a well-choreographed plan with signatures not related to the alleged fake fertilizer scandal.
As human beings, there is a tendency sometimes to say, it is that bad guy again. The Honorable Linturi, of course, as you find in his response about this issue, is that this campaign was sponsored by the previous administration, which again latched onto the personal, commercial, family disputes.
And I reiterate very politely and very respectfully, let Honorable Linturi, Cabinet Secretary, go. It's not fit to continue to be in office.
The CS dragging Aldai Member of Parliament Marian Keitani's name to his woos, claiming she authored the impeachment motion and that Bumula Member of Parliament was just a decoy to surrender him to the altar of sacrifice.
That the real mover of this motion before you is the Honorable Member for Aldai.
If that ex-wife is alive and can be here, it will be in order, because sometimes talking about people who can also talk for themselves is fair. I do conduct ladies, I do talk to ladies in the evening. I talked to her last night. She's very much alive. After reading the response that has been filed in the court.
When counsel for the mover, accepts in before this committee that Oskonda was having a discussion with the so-called, with the person that we are referring to as a proxy, one wonders what is it that was being discussed.
That these are grievous matters of national importance to be reduced to love matters. Ukiachwa achika.
The chair of the committee has allowed both parties to bring forth new evidence, provided they relate to the impeachment motion.
Abdiaziz Hashim reporting there. Let's go to the corridors of justice, where the trial of former Migori County Governor Okoth Obado and 2 other accused persons in the murder of Sharon Otieno has entered home stretch, with the investigating officer in the case giving his testimony. The hearing, which will end today, will give Milimani High Court Judge, that is Justice Cecilia Githua, ample time to deliver on a ruling, that is, on whether Okoth Obado and his co-accused have a case to answer in the 2018 murder of the former Rongo University student. Details in the Scales of Justice with Ruth Wamboy.
At the Milimani High Court, and the 42nd prosecution witness, Chief Inspector Nicholas Solesena under Serious Crime Unit, took the stand to give his testimony.
Before then, eventually came up with this beautiful statement. Yes, perfect. So why was he arrested? My lady, everybody was a suspect in Migori County regarding the disappearance of the deceased. Yes, and that is why he was arrested. Eventually, even the MCA, we arrested him.
Olesena showed the court photographic exhibits from the scene of the alleged murder toward the bridge. The investigator informed the court DNA test results revealed that there was 99.99 that Okoth Obado was the father of Sharon Otieno's unborn child.
There is a possibility that the 2 men alighted when the car that the PW38 was driving slowed at the pump, and the 2 men got out of the fuel trying to check whether they could see XYC where he had fallen. That's the evidence you want to convict these 3 guys of murder? Absolutely.
Defense lawyers led by Kyoko Kilukumi and Roger Sagana, while cross-examining the investigator, raised an eyebrow on many instances and as to why he believed a prosecution witness jumped from a moving car.
The documents you have show that the tracker was on and then off and then back on, and does not say the tracker was removed and subsequently returned.
The hearing continues. Meanwhile, there was drama at Embu's High Court when 35-year-old Dedan Njeru disrupted the court session by hurling insults to the judge before he was sentenced to 25 years for the offense of murder.
4 years, mtoto sio wake, unknown person. Unaniambia mpaka amenishika.
2 prison officers had to handcuff him while on the dock and stand near him as presiding Judge Lucy Njuguna sought to explain to him that due process was followed during trial.
Let me explain. You tell the court that you don't want the counsel that you have been given by the court, and you want your own counsel. Wait. When we gave him Mr. Mushani proceeded with that case for a very, very long time, and you never raised any objection.
He is accused of killing a 4-year-old Braden Mutwiri for ritual purposes on December 9, 2020. With the Okoth Obado murder hearing of former Rongo University student Sharon Otieno almost coming to an end, it remains to be seen whether the trial court will allow the defense to show a video simulation of a one witness's stand. Ruth Wamboy reporting from Milimani High Court.
Thank you, Ruth Wamboy. Engineers should integrate climate-smart innovation in their work to meet the demands of changing times. Roads and Transport Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen says heavy rains have brought the engineering profession into sharp focus, with calls emerging on the need for reinvention, specialization, and leveraging on technology.
The engineering profession has over the years come under scrutiny over cases of collapsed buildings, and the pressure continues to mount as adverse effects of climate change are felt.
We will be sitting down with the road agencies here and the other infrastructure institutions to make sure that we do proper assessment of the situation across the country.
Adoption of climate-centric innovations has been identified as a solution to emerging challenges.
And we will call upon all of you as engineers to provide lasting solutions and long-term solutions insofar as having climate-resilient infrastructure across the country.
Murkomen pledged to first track the establishment of the School of Engineering for sharpening the skills of engineers.
I hope at the end of our convention, we will also enhance that foundation so that 20, 30 years from now, the youngsters who stood can also have the opportunity to confront the challenges that will be facing them at that time.
In a population of 50 million, we are fall short. And that is why we give ourselves this big task to mentor and develop engineers.
Engineers Board of Kenya is calling for the full implementation of the local content policy to secure work opportunities for local engineers.
Secondly, our chief guest is to strengthen compliance to the Engineers Act of 2011 to 100% by developing and enforcing engineering standards in the national and the county government.
The owner clarion call to have the integration of climate-smart innovations in this particular field to engineer for the future.
Regina Manyara reporting there. Now let's look at business, where Kenya plans to increase investments in enhancing soil health to boost agricultural production. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says there is need to replenish the country's soil nutrients through proper use of synthetic fertilizer and adoption of smart agriculture.
The import bill of food in Africa is estimated at 8 trillion Kenyan shillings annually. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi believes this could be addressed through channeling more resources to soil treatment to reduce soil acidity.
Therefore, we'll aim to consolidate the key outcomes and commitments that will be geared to address the widespread and long-decade decline in soil quality, a phenomenon that continues to negatively impact Africa's agricultural production.
He is calling for prudent use of synthetic fertilizer and integration of smart farming into Kenya's food system to replenish soils with key nutrients.
For the continent to take decisive steps to sustainably increase agricultural productivity while mitigating the fertilizer-related contributions to climate change.
We are looking at encouraging farmers to use much more organic fertilizer because it is less injurious to the soil as opposed to chemical fertilizer.
The forum called on governments in Africa and development partners to fund organic fertilizer startups.
For a long time, we have invested in mineral or chemical fertilizers, but now it is time to invest in soil health management practices, which can actually then make us get returns that we do get from our mineral fertilizers.
Agronomists are recommending intercropping as a way of replenishing the soils.
Forage legumes can fix nitrogen up to 100 to 150 kilograms and more per hectare.
A look at sports, where over 20 teams have confirmed participation in the ISF World Schools Cross Country Championship, scheduled to take place this weekend at the Ngong Racecourse. Kenya will present a strong field of 60 athletes who are geared towards a good performance at the international event.
Diana Chepkemoi, a Form 3 student at Saramek Secondary School in Londiani, Kericho County, who bagged bronze in the World Cross Country 6-kilometer race in Serbia, will headline the girls under-18 team and is relying on her experience from Serbia to produce a stellar performance on Sunday.
Taleta kutafika Kenya yetu na naona timu yangu wako sawa, training tulipewa training poa, na shukuru tena coaches wenye walitusaidia kwa mazoezi, wametupea programu yenye inashikana na mwili yetu.
Fanuel Koech, who will be racing in the under-18 boys competition, wants nothing less than a gold. The St. Francis Kimron boys E10 Form 3 student represented Kenya in the Africa under-18 and under-20 championship in Zambia last year, where he emerged fourth in the 800 meters race.
Lazima tushinde hiki kitu. Sasa hata kama itakuwa aje, lazima tukue top 10 wote. Juu president huko alituahidi tukishinda atatuundia sherehe huko kwake.
The coaches are happy that we are running on a slightly flat course with a few obstacles, and we are also having the athletes to have a feel of the course.
More than 400 athletes from various teams across the world are expected in the country in readiness for the championship, which will also entail a cultural festival. This is the first time Kenya is hosting the World Schools Cross Country, with various categories lined up, namely the under-18, under-15 and under-12, both boys and girls.
Kenya, ready to conquer the world. Team Kenya, ready to conquer the world.
That's the end of the news this morning. Thank you so much for your company. My name is Marie Yambo.
Pop my moe, pop my beer. Niko high na magugu berry, son my pop na adisia. Shensia na katisia. Nime pull up na people trucky, amefamba mama mia. We organizer to my deco by pesa via. I said then you had me clear. I'm driven, there's no fear. Gear 4 tuna switch my gear. Tuna tuso na polisia. Switch lanes na switch my gear. My cop na tuso na polisia. Skia. Niko here and there, skia. Niko there and here. Blink of a niner, disappear. Iyo mula na dai kuista. So the boneas na chapa na steers. After this don't pata on traffic. Niko mamanyo, I got no fear. Anajifanya skia na skia. 5 flavor lazima utasikia. Shinsia na katisia. Niko na jeda kwa kingdom. Mindo prince, I am the kingdom. Disobey low, tafuzo kwa kingdom. Nime step na mabagi unit. Now the lady said the single. Adios amigo. Can't catch me kwa machine bro. Adios amigo. Dust. Adios amigo. Speed dealing kwa motocross. Adios amigo. Bye. Adios amigo. Ya fadya na adisia. Pop my moe, pop my beer. Niko high na magugu berry. Son my pop na adisia. Shensia na katisia. Nime pull up na people trucky. Amefamba mama mia. We organizer to my depo kwa mpesa via. I said then you had me clear. I'm driven, there's no fear. Gear 4 tuna switch my gear. Tuna tuso na polisia. Switch lanes tuna switch my gear. My cop na tuso na polisia.
Wawezani na wako zetu, hizi pare zipandisia. Wakidhani mbona kachap, change your gear na adisia. Tunachange game, kama weather atmosphere. Shampoza mchoma foreign bure, dagara mia. Wapo watu wananilenga, skuzi mahewa na salimia. Na maheto tangoja ni fall, ay, wataangamia. Namba uno yuko mjas, neza washo mara mia. Mama mia, plego na mama mia.
Ya fight na adisia, pop my moe.
The dope boy from Nairobi, Kenya.
Unique for your love boy. Na kuna vile nina hope ita turn to something. Baby boy, don't you know this? Hakuna haja ya kurush na it turn to nothing. Baby boy, umenimada. Nimechizi nimekuwa kama fala. cheki niko rada, nikiwa nawe baby pusi wezi kwaya. Nipunguze hasira zile za mkisija. Hold me down, tell me you gon' be right. Niwewe nataka tu, niwe nawe tu. Haya, niwewe upiga luku fire. Basi juu vile unanifanya, si lazima hawashike rada. Nitasema bila
All right, and this is how we are going to be taking you through the entire morning up till 10 a.m. My DJ is very, very prepared to just make sure that we have a good day on the show today. This is Good Morning Kenya Entertainment Thursday, and my name is Vivian Degwa. And right now, we're going to be going into the 411s. Let's just get to check on some of the things that have been trending over the week. And one of the things that has trended, this happened yesterday, is Hype Balo has been released. Unique. Hype Balo has been released on a cash bail of 500,000 Kenyan shillings. So we know that Hype Balo had been arrested alongside John Falme and some other, you know, John Falme's photographer, John Falme's, I don't know who he is to John Falme, alongside other people, you know. But they were released, and then Balo was the only one getting accused, and he has been in for the past around 45 days. But yesterday he got released on a bond of 500,000 Kenyan shillings, and he has been ordered to be attending all court sessions and report to the DCI Kikuyu sub-county on the first day of every month. So on the first day of every month, he's supposed to be reporting at the DCI Kikuyu sub-county. That is until the key witness testifies and he's supposed to remain under supervision, you know, for until that particular case gets to an end. Now there'll be a mention of this case again on the 22nd. Yeah, so he's out.
Wow.
Yeah.
At least bana.
Yeah.
At least hata kama imehappen hivyo juu itamake at least pia kuendelea na shughuli zake.
Yeah, pia
hata kama atakuwa na report kwa court.
Yeah.
Lakini bado shughuli zake zitakuwa zinaendelea.
Yeah. So many people have been supporting him, and you know, we know that they put up that concert that happened, the Tournament Plus concert, where they raised money for his legal fees, and yeah, he's now out. On to yet another story now. I'm sure you know Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a famous YouTuber. I mean, that guy gets millions of views within an hour. Not even an hour, within minutes. Kona views zingine. Crazy. Now he's celebrating his 26th birthday, and he is promising to give away, listen to this, pesa ni mzuri, my friend. Let no one lie to you. You know, he's promising to give away 26 Teslas. 26 Teslas. He's going to give that away to his followers. Now, all you have to do, you too, if you hutaki Tesla? Hautaki Tesla? All you have to do if you want a Tesla from Mr. Beast is just go to his page, you comment, you like and comment on the post that he has posted about the cars, and then you tag 2 friends, and then you just enter and hope for the best. And guess who is really working towards getting these Teslas? One of them, Terence. Yes, Terence Creative. Ameamua, nyinyi shauri yenu mkisema ati oh, I'm such a big brand to be kungangana kucomment huko na watu. Yeah, he wants a Tesla. I too want a Tesla. Mbona, by the way, niko huko kwa kweli. Sijaenda bado, but saizi ndo nafikiria mbona. Na maybe niko na bahati. Maybe. Maybe one of these Teslas is supposed to be coming to Kenya.
To Kenya bana.
Na maybe si Terence anafanya. Maybe ni mimi.
Eka comment.
Tafanya ile kitu. Yeah, so Terence
na unitag.
Nikutag. Amesema we tag 2 friends. So I tag you and someone else. Nani mwingine anataka nimtag? Yes, Laura, I'll also tag you. By the way, Terence is on that comment section. If you just go check that comment section, comment marakas sijui ngapi. Ana comment. So don't be surprised if it comes to him. You know? So yeah, hey, but it must be nice to just be able to give out 26 Teslas. Do you know how much a Tesla is? 26 of them, you just give them out to your followers.
Pesa ni tamu.
Hey, money is good.
Money is good.
Above everything, look for money. All right, away from that, the song TikToker, we know that it has been a big song. It is still a big song. It's an urban tone song. And guess what? It is the first urban tone song to surpass 10 million YouTube views. Imefikisha 10 million YouTube views. Yeah? It's doing really good. You know, Godi Tena, Tipsy G, who's the other artist? Copy, you know, and they're doing really well because they have other songs, but this particular one has made history, that is in the urban tone history. And by the way, speaking of urban tone, they have a concert coming up on Saturday, the day after tomorrow, the Urban Tone Festival. It is the first festival by urban tone artists. You know, it's going to have urban tone artists. We're going to have the likes of Furthermore. We're going to have Lil Minor, and then we'll have Ndovuku, we'll have Akina Godi Tena, Tipsy G, we'll have Mandy. I mean, that lineup is fire. If you are a fan of urban tone music, and I don't know why you would not be if you're Kenyan, because it's taking over. Are you a fan of urban tone music?
Of course.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It's doing really good for us in the industry. I mean, saizi DJs, angalau mumeacha ngoma za Nigeria zipumue.
Squeeze Nigeria wanakipitia saa hii.
Mumeacha ngoma zao zipumue kidogo. Not that they are not good, but we support our own first, you know?
For now ni kusupport tu our own mazee. So because these guys are doing an amazing job. Hata kama kuna wenye wanawapinga, lakini at the end of the day wameamua kujitolea, wamenyima events like sasa wameamua kujitolea event yao.
Yeah, and one thing I feel like I love about urban tone music, you know, when I don't have anything about against gengetone music. Gengetone was also fire. It is still fire. But I feel like with urban tone, what they've changed, you know, compared to how gengetone music was, it's a bit cleaner.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's cleaner. Like urban tone haiko chafu. It's not chafu like that. I think that's the reason why
I love urban tone. Because other videos.
Yes, like the videos can be played on national television. True. I mean, it's a video you can sit down with a child and you watch and you don't feel like, you know, it's a video you can watch with a parent. Like, I feel like, I don't know if it's all of them, but the urban tone music that I have watched, I feel like people are decently dressed. Aina scenes zenye tu zinafanya you feel, you know, that's something I need to applaud them. Yeah, I think that's the change they made also from gengetone. It's a bit cleaner. Even the words, ziko na vitu zingine lakini zimefichwa kidogo. You know, you don't just say them outrightly evil like that. So yeah, Urban Tone Festival is coming through. It's happening on Saturday at Skate City. If you're a fan, get your tickets and go support, because I am sure this one is going to be a big one. It's going to be fire. What else has been happening? Another thing that has been happening, Mulama went home, alipeleka beast yake nyumbani. Mercedes Benz. Yeah? You celebrate your wins. Watu wakisema ati yo Mercedes tu ndo inafanya, you celebrate your wins.
True.
Mulama decided, Mimi, I'm celebrating mine. It's a big thing for me. I bought a Mercedes, some guy from nowhere, you know. Yeah, so he took the Mercedes to Kitale. Let me tell you, yani, ilikuwa sherehe. It was a party. Watu wa boda boda walikuwa wamemfuata wakimsindikiza. He had a whole convoy of boda bodas. Mheshimiwa amefika. It was looking so good. If you can manage to just go see that video on Mulamwa's page, ilikuwa tu inakaa yani tu sherehe. It's so good. It's good to celebrate yourself.
Celebrate your own, yeah, true.
You celebrate yourself actually. Hata usingoje ku celebrate you, because if you wait, you might wait. Human beings don't know how to celebrate people. They wait for you to, and then they say RIP and celebrate you. You know, so if you can celebrate yourself, why not? Cool. You know, it doesn't matter if those wins seem like small wins to some people. If it's a win for you, it's a win for you. Sure. Celebrate yourself. So yeah, Mulama went to Kitale, akapeleka Mercedes Benz to Kitale. Another thing that is worth mentioning is that Nadia Mukami is supposed to host an event on the 12th. That is a Mother's Day event on Sunday, and she's doing that at Kaloleni Court, and she will be giving out free meals to 400 mothers. It's a good thing.
A good thing, yeah.
It's a good thing, huh? Yeah.
Very good thing.
Utakuwa na celebrate Mother's Day ukiwa wapi? It's on Sunday.
Bado sijajua.
Haujajua bado, utajipanga?
Form itatokea tu from nowhere.
All right. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, because on Sunday I won't be here to wish you a happy Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. You are amazing. You are doing a great, great job. And we love you, and the mothers to be as well. Now, there's this thing. I think it's quite controversial. I saw it on the net. Apparently, some environmentalist by the name McCarthy, hiyo jina ingine sitaisema juu it's hard to pronounce, sijui ni ya wapi. So, apparently, according to him, he only takes showers once a month. And he says that this is to help the environment. You're preserving water, you know? Kuna watu wamesema wamekubali huku ni kama baridi iko by that fai kuoga sana. Anyway, so he takes showers once a month, and according to experts, I don't know which experts these ones are. This is alleged. You know, according to experts, they say that they argue that it's actually not good for your health to shower every day. I'm like, ni kina nani?
Ni ukweli, by the way.
Ni ukweli aje?
Ni ukweli.
You are in support of not showering every day.
I support you.
What?
Why should we be showering every day, sure? Like imagine every day, like you can make a timetable.
But you're sweating, you are, you need to shower. You need to shower. So according to a dermatologist by the name Julie Roussac, he says that, you know, showering frequently and prolonged showers strip away the skin's microbiome. So you don't need to shower every single day. I don't know about you, I'll stick to showering every day.
Mr. Kukonda.
All right, let's finish up with our trends. And my last trend right here is about Savara and Brian Chwea, ule wa Elani, the guy from Elani. You know, Elani kona members watatu, Wamboi, Maureen, and Brian. So Savara was at a podcast, that is the Mic Tech podcast. Na akasema venye, you know, he produced almost all the five, seven songs by Elani. Akasema the way they were fire, which is true, they are dope artists. But akasema the reason why Elani walienda chini, it's because they were trying to compete with Sauti Sol. Like their manager was misleading them to try and compete against Sauti Sol. And these words did not sit right with Brian. Brian alienda kwa social media akaambia Savara, keep our name out of your clout chasing mouth. You are clout chasing with us. you actually begged to produce these songs. It's not like you're so good, we came to you. You alikasirika, by the way, and he actually said, ati just because BN is doing much better than you, expected alone. Oh, just because BN is doing much better than you expected alone. Yani alikuja na bail. He was so mad. Okay, to me, Savara is still a goat. He's really good. Yeah. All right, by the way, this is where we end our trends for today. But, mkumbuke kesho ni holiday, just in case you don't know. Tomorrow is a holiday. It's a public holiday given by the president. Watu wapande miti. All right, we take a short break right now, but when we come back, we'll come back with a feature by Ward Omolo. He is a dope producer. You're going to find out some of the songs that he has gotten to produce from the 254. See you in a bit.
Kuna changamoto ambazo Waislamu hupata wanapojaribu kutekeleza maamrisho ya Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
Tuwe tayari katika hali ya kutafuta elimu ya Mwenyezi Mungu Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Jambo la pili, hamu yetu kubwa isikuwe ni dunia. Hamu yetu kubwa ikuwe ni akhera. Tufikirie akhera yetu kabla ya dunia yetu.
I know guidance come from you, and the devil is a liar. I know guidance come from you, and the devil is a liar.
Mpenzi mtazamaji wa runinga unayoipenda ya KBC Channel 1.
Over the years, we have been at the forefront of broadcast trends to bring you the best of news, entertainment, and sports.
Thank you for joining us.
You have the power to take your favorite broadcaster to the top. KBC Channel 1 has been nominated in the TV Station of the Year category in the 7th edition of the Kuza ICT Awards.
Favorite TV station.
To vote for KBC via SMS, simply use the short code 15601 and follow the prompts at no cost. Or visit www.kuzaawards.co.ke and follow the registration instructions to vote. KBC Channel 1. Kenya's watching.
You're one busy lady, Millicent. I don't know how you do it.
What do you want?
To talk.
Kaikara is going to come at us. He'll smile at you and stab you at the same time. Why did you have him quit his job?
Oh, no. He did that all by himself.
Kwani ni nini anamthreaten nayo?
I don't see any documents on you.
Once me and my family are out of the country and safe, I will hand over.
Hakuna shimo sitakupata. And if not you, somebody you care so much about.
Nasikia Ronald amejifungia kwa ofisi auntie.
Kaikara, what games are you playing?
Like I said, Ronald knows what to do. That man is vicious.
Guys, kwani ni David na lottery ticket or what?
Shaka mkora nduma kweli kwenda huko.
What did you call me to?
I have a feeling you can be a Lily funny guy.
What kind of smoke are you guys on? You're gonna bomb me to death. This is not kindergarten. Speak if you must.
And who gave you the right to speak to people like that? Please let it not be a cut. Please, God. Please.
Your wish is not my command, Zakayo. Everyone, bring your stuff to the front.
You know it is okay. If you don't want me to do comedy, I can just...
You can keep us one of your jokes. We are willing to be our brother's keeper today.
Gosh, is that a drag talk? I'm just too early to class.
name is Gordon Hastings Wodomolo. Wodomolo is a Luo name, means son of Omolo. So my father is called Omolo. That is why they call me Wod Omolo, son of Omolo. My earliest memory, music, first interactions. I have a very vague memory. When I was young, I see a brown piano in our house. The father had one. And it's a very vague memory. Nikiguzeo piano, or like, beba kwa lap, then I'm playing kidogo, but I'm not playing there. That's the first visual image niko nayo ya muziki. And then my parents are pastors. So sound yule la kwetu. So over the years when I was young, we grew around musical instruments around. Then the interest grew. Tukaanza interact na muziki at that tender age. Apparently we were exposed to so much music, and my father was a big fan of African music, so we used to listen to Kina Mano Dibango, Kasawif Kita, Angelique Kidjo. So we grew up a lot around African music, and that kind of shaped my approach to music making and stuff like that, because we had a lot of African music across the continent. Tanzania, Malawi, wapi, South Africa, West African. This African music that I grew up listening to has greatly impacted my approach to production, because I really grew up appreciating the African culture and the way the music clearly tells the story of our history and our heritage. And I was like, yo, this is it. It's our source in music. So I've always appreciated our sounds, our drums, our everything. And then that has shaped how I approach music. In my music making process, I normally don't create a beat in advance. And I used to do that before. But then I realized that whenever I created a beat in advance, the artist will be tuned to follow my path, and I would miss out on what they are carrying. You see, like every song is unique, and even the inspiration is also unique. So if they find my beat, they'll be forced to toe the line and follow exactly my direction that I took in the beat. But lately, what I do when an artist comes, before I listen to the song, I have to listen to their mind. I have to listen to them, and to know which headspace they were in when they were writing, what's the inspiration, and what they want to say. There are some things in music you cannot say them; you can only express them. And you see, with the audio, you can't see the artist's expression. So we have to do it in form of sounds and the instruments and effects and all those things. So I get to know their mind first to know where are we heading with this song. So with the words they're able to express, now I'll add tunes to them that will carry the message, right? The flute, the guitar, the whatever will push the agenda, sometimes even more than what they can say. Because sometimes I'd like someone to listen to the song, and even if you strip off the same thing, if it was a love song, you feel loved, or you feel heartbroken, unasikia kuwa mfupa ndani. So I try to interpret their mind into melodies and sounds. That is my process, basically. Working together with other producers, we're normally driven by the vision of the song, not necessarily by your typical sound, because some producers like to specialize in, for example, gengetone. I'm good at dancehall, I'm good at stew, whatever. But when we are collaborating, we try to chase the vision of the song. And I like to say that every song has its own language. It has its own, its its own uniqueness that whenever we're doing a collab, we have to give the song what the song wants. So when we are collaborating, if I feel like this song requires a string in this spot, I'll put it. Someone feels like this song needs some African drum, they put it. So I tell you what we're doing, we are giving the song what the song wants. Let me tell you, every artist gets a block at some point. I have had so many blocks. Sometimes it could go up to 6 months. No, you're trying to produce, but it's just not working. Like you don't feel the juices flowing. Like in the season when maybe you're having a block, sometimes I describe it as most of the work you do is just generic. You can't feel the soul in it. So to fight that, you have to take breaks. So like for me, I like to work within the government hours. Kama ni 8, ikifika 5 nimetoka hapo. Ameenda sana 6 about of you. So you have to have that discipline as a producer to take a break. Hata kama pesa iko kwa sababu hapana, sichukui clients hivi kama mwezi, sichukui clients. Just so you can refresh, and that way you're able to stay afloat in the game for a longer time.
Baby, tumejiseti, we on the highway. Tukafunga breki, tukaanza bishana, asking who is Diana, vipi mnajuana. I swear, tumejibetray, baby, tumejiseti.
There's clearly a very big misconception about people have associated musicians with drugs. And it's a big misconception, but at the same time, even our artists community have played a big role in propagating that gospel, which is false. And I think through, sometimes we do music videos and musicians seem to be promoting some stuff, and then the general public will assume that these guys, all of these people are drug heads, you know. And most upcoming artists will come with the same mentality, that I want to be like these guys because I believe hiyo ndio space yenye uko allowed kutumia madawa, ndio labda uchannel sijui manini. I'd like to say that's not true. Even when I came to the game, I found that kind of idea. But some used to tell me, "Udomole wewe vile kumkali hivi." Nakamwambia utaichapa. The tracks you're going to produce. I was like, what are you guys talking about? I don't think Majari najua make tracks or whatever. If you know, you know. Put in the time, put in the work, you will do it. Also, the music or the sounds we are trying to copy, they are based off of the culture of the people. So we Kenyan musicians, we ran away from the culture. Everybody left the village, came to the city, and tried to be like the city. But we left all the richness of our culture back home, right? I cannot say that Kenya has a specific sound, but we are blessed, we are diverse, we are versatile, right? You see, like the way Nani Sofian Zhao did. Sofian Zhao picked something from Ocha. Nanibo. On a global scale, right? But those of us who are still trying to sound West, sound like other people, we are missing out. No. So, about Ableton is a very good genre. Ni poa. I don't know where, personally, I feel they're doing a great job on Askuma kazi. But you know what I tell anyone, that I cannot box our sound like in 170 Ableton ama nini. But niati tuko na so much to tap from, that if we tap from especially our culture, itaenda. Whether we're talking about Itaita, we're talking about kinini, then you give it a pop edge. Tumetoka. That hiyo kitu nimeona kiwaka hata na the likes of Sofian Zhao and anybody who has ever tapped into their roots kwa muziki in the pop world, they just go. But the moment we want to sound like our neighbor, that's where we lose it. We're going to trend for 2-3 weeks, then back to zero. If I am to pick a favorite song out of the songs I've made, I've been in trouble. The artist will be like, so yangu upendi, ndio maana. So I have to be careful with my words. If I say I like this one, because actually, I'll say this. One of the, of all the songs I've made, the ones that I like are the ones that are based on true stories. You see, for example, there's a song called Kitenge by Nviri. That song is based on a true story. So that's one of the songs which for me I feel is timeless. There's a song called Sherehe December by some guy called Shad. That song is based on a true story. I like, just to name a few. All the other songs, and even Atoti Chamtum by Watindawili, it's based on a true story. So, and songs that are based on a true story are the ones that I normally even enjoy producing, as opposed to the ones that we're just singing because we can. But the ones which are practical, and apparently they tend to do so well even in the market. When they are released, like people's response is very natural. Guys are like, yo, we feel this, we connect to this because it's real. Kwa wale ambao sitataja, for those of you who are not mentioned, please forgive me. Nipia manijua sina ubaya. And I've been privileged to work with Sauti Sol, Rumba Japan. I've worked with King Kaka. His ile song is Salama, that song I was there. Nviri is my guy. Like 90% of his music I've been on it. I've been privileged to work with Benso, Kalo Max as well, Watenda Willie, Costa Juang. I've worked with Mudone the drama queen. I've also worked with who else? Wana Vokali, and who else? Those are the ones I can think of at the moment. Did I say Costa Juang? Yes, I did. I've worked with Shad Muziki, I've worked with Elisha Saga, I've worked with Kinoti, I've worked with Ethan Muziki, Elsie Wameo, we're together with Fancy Fingers, produced that. It's an album, I think it's an album, yeah. We did that one as well, and many more that hazikuja kichwa yangu saa hizi. But zikikuja, wale sitaja mazeni sameheni jo, si ati naupenda sana. Even Calligraph Jones, kama msahau, Calligraph tufanye kazi pia. For the most part, I'm self-taught. I've been very passionate about production ever since I was young. I first realized production abilities in class 6. I used to listen to songs like Kina Clemo, and then I tried to replicate that on the keyboard. More often than not, it would work. But guys were like, hey, who play? I never say beat track kwa Kina Jua Kali kwa keyboard. Hapo nikajua naweza. So all the way into high school, nikaanza kujifanya kuivisha, creating beats and all these things. And then over time nikakuwa trained na Global Art and Entertainment. They took me in 2015, kaanza kunitrain kidogo hapa kule. Then here I am. Mama watoto malovito mamitu poka biloga etezwa vimbe majipu sitobanduka design alishwa mavito. All the artists is that I'd tell them to stay true to their craft and keep working on it. And second thing, don't shy away from our cultures. We have a very rich cultural background as a nation. Tusiogope kuingia huko ndani. Because most of us have been tuned to think that anything sounding Western is good. Western is good, but I normally challenge any artist. If you're trying to be like Eminem, for example, in rap. So if Eminem comes here, you rap mbele yake, ama ukitoa majuu, wambie ukaterenzia Eminem, that guy will chew you alive, atakumaliza, because there's nothing extra. Or if I'm a rap fan, and I can get the best version of it from Kenya Eminem. So why should I play you? Give me something to work with. The competitive edge. Hiyo ni soba nikiwa shule. Competitive edge. Why should guy consume you and not the other person? And you cannot say at your OG rap. Everybody tukona our background to tap from. Especially we bring our culture to the table. Because inapatia a fresh feel to whichever genre you want to pursue.
Vyombo zako huko na uende kule, unajua kule utaenda.
I'm sorry, I have a contract. I'm not going anywhere.
Lazima ufuate sheria.
Na yeye afuate sheria.
Sheria uje ulale kwa nyumba yangu na nimekomboa.
Sheria
unanisaidia kulipa.
Ploti ni yangu.
Wacha kubishana na mimi. Hebu leta shahidi mwingine.
Takuponda ponda. Wewe usiniletee.
Hata uone
haya. Huyu ananiambia nini huyu?
Uone haya kujibishana na mtu kaa huyu.
Akuchapa. Ama nikutolee chatu saa hii.
Wewe.
So kielele ni ya nini? Walk out.
Jumba hata si yako. Babako ndo umewachia. Alafu wewe hata juu kumaintain. Mimi anaenda.
Please. Wacha tu test kama hiyo kichwa iko na uchi ama maji. Si ndio? Sana mimi najua iko na maji. Ngoja usikie mheshimiwa. Si unasikia?
The African Development Bank's annual general meeting is taking place here in Nairobi later this month. This meeting is coming at a critical time when there's a growing call to reform the global financial architecture.
Coming to talk about these issues at the present when we are suffering from the floods we are seeing is very, very important. So that when we now come back to the main subject matter of climate change and Africa's transformation, or investing in adaptation, whichever way you stand, then it becomes very relevant.
This week on Inside Government, we are talking to the Cabinet Secretary in charge of National Treasury and Economic Planning, Professor Njuguna Ndung'u. He will be explaining to us the agenda of this meeting, as well as the expected outcomes. Watch the conversation right here on KBC Channel 1 with me, O'Brien Kimani.
Chenya shipite boss kwani mimi ni nugu. Sikosi nguvu baby girl mi ukula njugu. Bad to the bone lazima nikunywe supu. Shake that thing hadi upigwe marufuku. Kaende kifo cha mende. Unaninyonya kama maembe na tembe. Game bubu vitu zetu usiseme. Wacha wapaki wakidhani kuna venye. Peleka juu, peleka chini. Usiogope kuu. Darua mini ikishika sana. Toa ulimi zako zikipanda. Cheza na nani tuko area. Chiki vile dobe metubeba. Tingisha kichwa tuwangeba. Ule dema kuhanda samebeba. Sitoke mkono na mabega. Tetemeka kauna malaya. vibes na tell niko na answer. Uko na swali naza tell bombastic side. Chavuka boda na piga ma Ethiopia. Kanivo 20 tupate tukichoma. Pigia bedi ya kuje na keroma. Hizi mamoshis na tipu mpaka homa. Madem wanapaka hina na ma foundation. Wanasema right now to my location. Wanajua sina huanga na formation. Mpesa confirmation leo celebrate. Tuko area. Chiki vile dobe metubeba. Tingisha kichwa tuwangeba. Ule dema kohanda sa bebeba. Sitoke mkono na mabega. Tetebeka kauna malea. Shingo kando kumengenya. Jikone ni kauna bakteria. Alafu po.
Shit on your truck, you be gone. Christian, you're done. Kingdom, you're God. We sick, back and forth. Ananidunga, mystery, legit.
Papa Emile Production. Upele kompele. Mtoto wa kitachoni au
Shows Media. She be the kind of girl anavopita shingo ananivunjaga. I wanna know ya. Anavocheka na kunipa tabasamu mina data. I wish to know ya. Nitakutunza na kugunda umbo kama mdoli. I wanna know ya. Tanyata kwako kama simba malishoni. Ninachotaka niseme nawe kama vipi nipe namba. Oh mama. Tachokifanya kama chizi unione kama mshenzi. Yamkini nimefoli na wewe. Nimefili high. Jeraha liko dry. Nikuna mgongo mtoto tulipenda zako style. Twende vo Dubai. I'm not an easy guy. Ilo umenika chini yako na sadiki mama. Chini. Yo, chini yako mama. Chini yako mama. Yo, chini yako mama. Chini. Ilo umenika chini yako chini yako mama. Chini. Yo, chini yako mama. Chini. Yo, chini yako mama. Chini. Yo, chini yako. Yo, vuta kiti mami njoka kitako. Ninachotaka ni kusema mimi mwenzako. Mtoto mzuri kisha noga kivyako. Nishaburuga sana sijaiona size yako. Yo, I take a break from everything mimi nafanya. Kama ni hustle zitangoja muda ni wako mama. You such a pretty girl. Ushanishizisha. Napenda unavyokwenda mwendo yari wewe. Nasema sikupi nafasi mtoto mrembo be my partner. Kama kigezo changu blow that cash. Yo, unataka baseball ama hip for us. Unachanganya sana kidu na nukia marashi. Bang. Boom bang. naziona better man, nakikisha kwako unavyonipa bang bang, siongopee sitacheza bang 10, see me feeling high. Star, Dubai, the guy. Chini yako mama, chini yako mama.
Alrighty, and in studio right now we are having K Daddy himself. He is a performing and recording artist, and he is also a fashionista.
Yeah.
Ama niseme fashion stylist.
Yes,
Ama
of course.
niseme nani. And he is here with us. Welcome to the show, K Daddy.
Thank you so much. It's been a while.
It's been a long while. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm well.
You've been well?
You're looking beautiful today, by the way.
Today?
Yeah.
Am I normally
This
look
morning.
beautiful?
Always, at all times.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Now, if you may just talk to the people who are seeing you for the very first time. Who exactly is K Daddy?
K Daddy is, you can call me Samuel Asiki, and I'm all the way from Western Kenya. So I joined the music industry way back in 2012. It's been a walk of faith, and everything else is just happening as it was planned by God, you know. I remember it was after high school when I officially started this journey, and it's been great. Like having to see people listen to my music and appreciate what I'm doing is not something you just like. It's not a walk in the park. It has a lot of challenges here and there, but yeah, that is what makes me who I am today. Yes.
And just how has that journey been for you, mentioning that you started in 2012? How has that journey been?
It was very difficult in the beginning because that was the time when I was just starting. I didn't have the resources. I didn't have the finances to actually push myself and elevate myself to another level. But it's all about persistence and not giving up. I took a break at around 2014, in the year 2014. I was focusing on other things so I can get back professionally in the music industry. So it wasn't easy, I can say. That is all I can say.
Yeah, so you
It's
took
been
that
tough.
break in 2014.
Yes.
What made you take that break, and what did that do for your career as a musician?
It was actually a process of learning and trying to understand how the music industry works. Because you realize that most of the time, artists who are rising, it's very hard for you to maneuver ways if you don't have the capital. And the capital, that doesn't mean you're doing some very reasonable quality of videos and even production and all that. So it was a learning process for me because I understood one thing. There's no way, even Rome was not built in one day. So you can't just like start off and you're out there. So from there until today, it's been a couple of years, as you can see. And I appreciate because since that time, it has given me that chance to grow myself and also see what other people are doing, study the market, and probably come up with a sound that can resonate with the people. Yes.
Would you say that breaks are important for musicians like you? It's advisable to at least take some breaks in between?
Yeah. Even when playing the game, there's no player that plays for 90 minutes. You have to take a break, learn, and see how people are doing stuff around. So that is the most important thing you can do. It's a learning process. It gives you time to actually gauge yourself and see if you're fit for the industry. As of right now, I have so many projects coming. So as you can see, I'm now ready. So I'm here because I took a break to learn, and also patience is very important. You don't just wake up and become somebody. You desire to be without putting in some work. So it's a process.
Yeah. And when you say you took your time to learn, how does that learning look like? Is it that you are observing what other people are doing, people that you feel are doing good in the industry, or is it that you took a break and your learning was like you went back to music school, or was your learning YouTube University? Like, just how does that learning, or rather, how was that learning like for you?
I'm one person who gets inspired by the surrounding. all that surrounds me. So the learning process has been like ile kujituma to YouTube and stuff. But at the end of the day also you remember that today's world, there's a lot. There's the social media and all kind of things that people can learn from. So just trying to evaluate myself, and if you can even compare what I was doing way back and right now, there's a new person.
It's
there's
different.
a transition from that face to this face. So all I can say is it's not about taking a break maybe to go to music school and stuff. This thing is inborn. So just to better my skills here and there. I learn from online and stuff, coach myself, and yeah, here's the product.
All right, and we can see it, you know. And how would you describe the genre that you do right now?
I'm the kind of music artist who does a collab with myself. That's I can sing and rap at the same time. So I can say Afro-pop kind of music, but I do good music. It's all about good music.
Yeah. Not many artists can sing and rap at the same time.
Definitely.
You know, not many rappers can also sing. And not many singers can rap. So when you have both of those, I mean, I bet you are at an advantageous place. You know,
giving
more
out to the
advantage.
world,
Yeah. Would you say that the music industry in the country right now is at a point where artists can sustain themselves with just music? Have we gotten to a point where artists can just sustain, you can say, this is your bread and butter, this is all you do?
Before we get there, I think before artists get to sustain themselves from the craft that we are doing, for instance, I don't rely on music alone. I do branding for corporates and small businesses. So how do you raise capital to even, right now as we speak, for you to do a music clip video that can entice people? For instance, on this show, how many hit songs do we have in the country right now?
Hit songs?
Hit songs?
There are quite many.
Quite many.
Yeah.
So before the producer plays that video on TV, you have to measure some standards, some level of professionalism and quality. So you realize that that is very expensive. You cannot pull on your own. You need a team, you need people to support you, so you can come up with stuff and actually be out there. So music alone cannot sustain you in the industry when you're starting. But along the way, maybe, after people now agree that you're doing the right thing and you can be something, probably the rest is history.
Yeah. Maybe what can we do as an entire industry so that we get to that point where our artists can comfortably just live off of music?
It's all about support. We have the music fans, all the stakeholders, the DJs, the presenters, the program producers. Let's support art. Because at the end of the day, we have, right now, people benefit a lot from social media and streams, you know, YouTube, TikTok, and all other platforms. If we can support our own, play their music, go to their shows, events and stuff, maybe even corporates and companies come in to do endorsements for the artists to actually be brand ambassadors of certain products here and there, probably will make it. Yeah.
All right, so everyone just needs to gather together for us
find
to
your
get to
place
that
in the
point.
music industry, and we are all like key players. There's nobody we are leaving behind. The DJs, the presenters, music fans, and everybody else out there have a very important role to play to make sure that people are actually benefiting from their craft. And also the government should have the policies that are friendly to the artists. Yeah. And I think the most recent problem we've had is the royalty distributions. The MCSK, they should up their game. Then definitely things will fall in place.
And that issue of royalties, like, as someone who's in the industry, you know, and you know how it works, where are we? Like, how is it going? And are you as artists feeling like there's light at the end of the tunnel? Ama bado munaona
I don't see there's light at the end of the tunnel. We still have so much to do, because it makes no sense. For me to be here on TV right now, a lot has happened behind the scenes. In terms of production, pushing music to reach the masses and everything else. But then, distribution ikifanywa, unatumiwa tao moja ama 1500. You understand? It's very discouraging. I mean, these guys should get serious. Somebody is sleeping on their job. Because at the end of the day, if you see your rotation is all over, you're being played in the media, you're pushing stuff, people know you, yeah? But then, when the time comes for royalty distribution, we don't see the money. Yeah, so that is a problem that we have to deal with.
Yeah.
So that our future generations, and even we can also encourage the artists, other artists that are rising. Actually, in the Kenyan music industry, the game is very tough for new artists. Very tough. Before you get here and actually try show what you have to the public and everybody else, it's quite a struggle.
Yeah.
But I also want to give a shout out to my management, Joseph Lendrix. This one person has been like holding me down, very supportive, and I know with time things are gonna organize themselves. Yes.
But I don't know about you, but I feel like now Kenyans are more receptive to new artists. I mean, the artists that, I don't know, I'm just speaking from how I'm looking at it. I feel like right now, Kenyans are more receptive. I don't know if it's social media that has caused that, because now there's an artist who will just come up and will be received very well. You know, there's an artist who's actually supposed to be on the show today. She's supposed to come, her name is Mora. She's quite new, but I feel like her music has been received so well. Do you feel like now people are more receptive to newcomers in the game? Because I know that back then it was quite difficult for a newcomer to come and get accepted. So right now, is it getting easier?
In the beginning, we used to have cartels.
Yeah.
People who controlled playlists and all that. People who decided who is going to be on the show and who is not going to show up. So you realize that right now we have TikTok, we have all those social media platforms. It's actually doing a lot. When it's mounting pressure, yeah? Unapata msee kama akona talent, you just do your stuff and throw it on the internet, YouTube and stuff. People will support. There's no way people cannot support good music out there.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of believing in yourself. And I can say so far so good, because the masses, I mean the general public, people are actually supporting rising talents. And it's very important, because when you look at the genre of music that we are doing right now, there are so many talents out there. There are people who can sing like quite so well.
Yeah.
There are people who can rap. And all we need is to be given a platform and chance, so we can prove to the whole world that Kenya has something different from other countries. And of course, yes, we can do it. Yes.
Before I allow my DJ to ask you a question, there's that feature that we just aired of Wodomolo, who is a producer, a very big producer from the 254.
Yes,
and there's something he said. He said that if we want our music to get out there, we need to tap into our past. Like, not really our past, into our culture.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's the word. We need to tap into our culture. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like that is the way to go, for sure?
It's very important, because looking back, actually, I appreciate vibes from the 90s. That is when we had real Kenyan music as compared to what we have right now. Let's say, for instance, there's a genre called Amapiano. Do you know Tanzanians nowadays are more of that vibe?
Yeah.
But it's very unfortunate, because when you go to South Africa, that music never plays there. How is it possible that somebody can come up with just one word as lyrics, and the song is like all over, it's a hit song? So me, actually, I feel this way. If we go back to the 90s, when we had the likes of Issa, Nameless is still here surviving, Wairi the Love Child, and the rest. These are legends we need to learn from. If we can combine the vibes from back there to what we are doing today, we'll come up with a genre that people will appreciate. And that will be the Kenyan identity. the music now. You get the point?
Yeah. And actually, I feel like what Ward was saying was more on tapping into our culture. Like if you're Luo, you go for the nyatitis and all, you know, if you're Taita, you know, there's something called Mwazindika for the Taitas. Like we go back to those.
Yeah. Actually, as for me, I call myself K-Daddy Tashoni. Tashoni is a tribe, is the place I come from. So I identify with my people. At the same time, we have this thing I usually do. When I do relics, there's a way I bring some Luya kind of words in my songs. So people can identify with me and actually appreciate and see me as their own. So tapping into our culture is very important because it's going to help us reshape the music industry. And so we can have a very unique vibe that people can appreciate and we can sell to other nations out there.
All right.
Yes.
Unique kuuliza swali as we wind up with the interview. Yeah.
Yeah, nipatie BPM.
Awesome. Mpatie mic.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Nampa instrumental?
Yeah.
Yaga.
Volume, please.
Skiza hii flow. Ase kila naposali nombea mziki. Flow zangu kali kompea uchizi. Mwamba kitashoni bobea ligi. KE inatesa mpaka mashariki. Mimi kama Gaucho, wezi kundhibiti. Mimi kama Pablo, kambi na dhibiti zini changa moto. Changa kwa watoto mkisikia ni macha kuimba labda shalifunga soko mtoni kama na wajisi. Kwangu mimi nahisi na wapa cha kweli. Mjue kueshe maisha mafupi. Bora kujipanga niga, utacheka sana ukicheki unafana. Pesa ndio msalaba na pia sadaka. Kama zitakwisha basi ngojea talaka. Washakudhavaa kwa sababu umekosa. Ukishazipata wendo sodakta. Kama ni makanga basi left utawapa. Be sugar daddy, gift zako toa kwanza. Ngoja najipanga men, natafuta kwanza kwangu nikishazipata basi life itapanda. Uchumi ndio mezidi lakini nataka bibi deza. Fanya kila chote wakati utakapobidi. Mistaki mesha happy nataka nimpate baby. Si tu kwamba awe baby lakini mo fast lady. Kisomo kesha pata na pesa najua kusaka pato lake sila chini sio kwamba natapa. Wanasema mimi kwa shena watilia zi. Mtoto mzuri siwezi kuacha na kupenda mami. Keep the sack for me. Na kwamba baby girl would you come with me? Cheki usije naona kama bad boy. Si stranger so kipenda nita love boy. Nishazumika nishakufanisha zikwanisha data ma. Ase.
Fire. Ona ile piu piga kelele.
No, Masana.
Really nice. I mean, you're definitely dope at what you do. As a singer, you are amazing. As a rapper, you've just shown us that you are ready. You know, you've just been given the mic and a beat and you've flown with it.
Thank
I
you so
really
much.
love that for you. Before you get to give us your socials, there's a song that you have a new song. She Say That.
Yeah, She
Tell
Say
me
That.
about that.
She Say That is all about affirmation. We say the best thing in life is holding on to each other. So there's this beautiful lady here actually confirming to this gentleman that of course, I say that I love you and I'll stick by you no matter what happens. So it's a love story. It's a song that appreciates beautiful women like you, our aunties, our moms, our grandmothers, our daughters and all that.
All right.
Yes.
Beautiful. Where can people find the song and where can people find
you can check me out on YouTube at K-Daddy Tashoni. And even on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, search me as K-Daddy Tashoni. Let's interact, let's vibe, let's share.
Awesome. Thank you so much, K-Daddy, for coming through to the show. DJ Utatuchezea, She Say That. And I mean, right here on Entertainment Thursday, we ensure that we bring you the best of the best in the game. Some of them, maybe you get to see them here for the first time, but that is the entire point. If someone is talented, we're going to have them on this platform because we are all about supporting Kenyan music. We are all about pushing that envelope to ensure that our music industry keeps growing. K-Daddy, the stage is yours. She Say That.
Drop that thing, Mr. DJ. Opede kopede, ni mtoto wa kitachoni au sio? I said,
she say that you wanna be the one with forever. She say that me na you baby with forever. She say that you wanna be the one with forever. She say that me na you baby with forever.
I say one thing about her. She make me go gaga, I love her. Mtoto kesha nyoka umbo chupa, nikimvuta kama spaki anakuja. Mara pika na vuruga, vile napendeza, wagwan sana, ajab sana, wake mina ganda, kanishika shikamana, adab sana, mtoto msichana, vile natembea, kwa mapose na smama, my oh my, she's oh man, I'm oh her, mina yeye twafanana.
I'm with you forever. I love you, I need you forever. I'm gonna take you wherever. Would you stay with me? I'm with you forever. I love you, I need you forever. I'm gonna take you wherever. Would you stay with me?
Kwako nimegata mina go gaga, mina go gaga. Kwako nimeganda mina go gaga, mina go gaga. Anatembea kama ninga anatembea, anachovea vitu mingi hajazoea. She said she wanna be the one even right now. I say nakandamiza mtoto yule zambavao, na kwanza livo noga yule sister. Nabidi mzeni kazi mpaka zangu freestyle.
No love ya kuflow, hands lead a grow. Bado nipo nice taki mpaka mabisho. Amekuja kwangu kona kama Zui Fisher. Mtoto bala kama VPN ndo nukta. Nafanya sharp, nimweke sharp. Cheki mafala wote yap.
Guys, kwani did I win a lottery ticket or what?
Shut up, mukora nduma kweli, kwenda huko.
What did you call me, Tatu?
I have a feeling you can be a Lily funny guy. What kind of smoke are you guys on? You're gonna bomb me to death. Ugh.
This is not kindergarten. Speak if you must.
And who gave you the right to speak to people like that?
Please let it not be a cat. Please, God. Please.
Your wish is not my command, Zakayo. Everyone, bring your stuff to the front.
You know it is okay. If you don't want me to do comedy, I can just...
You can give us one of your jokes. We are willing to be our brother's keeper today.
Gosh, is that a drag talk or I'm just too early to class?
In fact, to parallel it with the Bible, theologians say that Jesus spoke about money more than he spoke about heaven and hell. How do you survive in tough economic times, and what is the wisdom of managing our resources?
Whether young or old, we need to develop a culture of saving.
Okay.
Young men need to know that you are not living for people. Live for yourself.
Okay.
And there is no marriage with people knowing what you drive. Live within your means. Don't be under pressure to be like someone.
Your body JJ, dripping like soup, pepe. You show quiet in my love one day. Now you are one see, you day. You don't post on Instagram anymore. You don't dance on TikTok anymore. Be a daddy, my shady, in the bed, in the car, I make you ready. I love my baby, I never make you mad, oh, mad, oh, oh. All I want is to make you mine, oh, oh. Leave the bad guys alone. They cannot give you what I can give you. Leave the motherfuckers alone. They will only use you, but I will stay with you. Hello, 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 my friend. Hello, 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 my friend. La 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 la, hello, my friend. We've come a long way. Hello, my friend. Hello, hello, my friend. Can we be more than friends? Why you any presents? Make a loving no past tense. Am I making sense? You know I'm not a player anymore. Make you no go leave my side, my love. When we make love, now from the bedroom to the shower down to the parlor. Leave them other guys, them no really matter. Them no do you nice. Long time coming, get my eyes on the prize. My heart on the platter, treating nice. No call me bestie, ego vex me. Sexy, look what you done to me. Happy, I am so happy. Anytime you call me baby, my lady. Hello, 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 my friend. Hello, 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 my friend. La 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 la, hello, my friend. We've come a long way. Hello, my friend.
Babylon, Babylon. Me a go ra 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 till Babylon, Babylon. Me a go ra 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 till find the who's getting.
They say make I don't go enemies, they set trap. I walk out with the leg like who they select up. Normally I no fear, my body I dey tell you. If Corona boss me, I no see where man.
Say, remember when you know feel the tears back. When we see the pushy, I just go too fast back. It's in my body, you no go feel like. Cause not the kind of that we go fit to work class. Babylon, Babylon. Me a go ra 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 till I find the who's getting. Babylon, Babylon.
Yeah,
Me a go ra
Martin,
ra ra till I
Big Bob, Mishuka now, change got na trao. Mastingo mingi na hizo dead dot zao. Eyo selector, goda tena, kwanza juu mastingoni. Kwelewa Daystar, Emily Atoti na mebeba, heavy Anakaka Gen Z, 22-23 na ule rapo penda masanseni enemy Bado inadi na machaji tukimedividedi Mareinfo zimewaka bansendwana ya chemistad Na tukobwede jing Tekere musha na Hennessy tumefika na masenke na masubi Stingon za kiji, za kizing-zing Na mapet koma mbati na mambling bling Old school kama vanda sana village Na skiza maridi, kate na kibri DJ doba genjes kuje one by one Mambo ni vulai, half side Eyo selector, goda tena Kwanza chuma stingoni
Kuna kitu kwenye hewa tonight. Haya basi, tunaenda wapi party kwa nani? Kuna drinks ama nipite maskani? Kata shika kata nuka tonight. Location iko set, singa ziko check. Adem na maboy wamekuja kuflex. DJ yako fresh, baby wanna sell. Kadi tumechopa na ni time ya kuplay. Kuna tatu, tukicheza game ya poker, tukilishwa tatu juu ya joka, kuna makeki, maji usi bleki, Imefika wapi? Nani anacheza? Nani anaweka kadi? Is she kind, my guy? Is she kind, my guy? After he round, sitajiweza walai, but the night is young, but the form in a die, and the vibe is right, all right. Meanwhile, mziki imeshikana, watu wanawika, ngoma za wanavokali, location iko set, finger ziko check, madem na maboy wamekuja kuflex, DJ yako fresh, mabedi wana sell, kadi tumeshapona, ni time ya kuplay.
Me na gone to your ex. Wanna to lock kumbe sisi ndo gates. Missy mgonjwa. On to the next. Unani cross me na gone to your ex. Wanna to lock kumbe sisi ndo gates. Missy mgonjwa na machozi correct. Entebe.
They wanna know me calling on my celly. Cause I'm the new age Machiavelli. Kalimani, Cardinali. Savage leveling, yani ule mkali yani.
Deni ya mind sezi sare. Nilishika plate ya difu before imwagike. Sema furaha, sema furaha, sema furaha, sema furaha. Big up Jesus, big up Buzu, big up Mungu, big up Munga. Dara dara,
They wanna know me calling on my celly. Cause I'm the new age Machiavelli. Kalimani, Cardinali. Savage leveling, yani ule mkali yani. Kalimani, Cardinali. Savage leveling, yani ule mkali yani.
Kauna back up, go bankrupt. Rudy Ghetto na Prado, kosa car park. Mindo Catman wa South Park, naishi na fuck ups. Saitenga ina deep purchasing power. Magic ende rudigi na reverse. Negotiation mbaya ni ya mwizi ukidai hauna. Malaya kuitrai kurausha na ameshuka so utat. Na ameshuka matuta na mpatusi. Unajua kila mtu amekuja hapa kutafuta. Anyway, mezea tembe kinembe. Pesanga kuna vile neza tupa. Ukisha kunywa make sure hiyo mzinga jo umevunja. Yo,
They wanna know me calling on my celly. Cause I'm the new age Machiavelli. Kalimani, Cardinali. Savage leveling, yani ule mkali yani.
Nimetrip for your loving. Na kuna vile nina hope ita turn to something. Baby boy, don't you know this? Hakuna haja ya kurush na it turn to nothing. Baby boy, umenimada. Nimechizi nimekuwa kama fada. Tamu nikucheki niko rada. Nikiwa na wewe baby boy siwezi kwaya. Higher, higher. Vile wewe upiga luku fire. Usijui vile unanifanya. Si lazima hawashike rada. Higher, higher. Mimi nitasema bila higher. You're the one for me bila shaka. I just wanna be your love. I just wanna be your love. Sikujua we were meant to be. Nimekuwa zuzi hata siwezi count 1, 2, 3. Yeah, nimekuwa mgonjwa just call it disease. Unanipunguza hasira zile za mkisi. Yeah, and hold me down. Tell me gonna be your ride, alright. Niwe when I talk to, niwe na wewe tu.
Let me tell you something. Mora has a beautiful voice. Yes, Mora is our guest in studio this moment, and she is a beautiful singer. Mora, I have to give you that. Your voice, oh my goodness, you have such a beautiful, beautiful voice, and your songs are also just beautiful. Welcome to Good Morning Kenya.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I must say I'm nervous a little bit.
Just relax. Just relax. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you so
Let
much.
me just start with your voice. Have you gone for vocal classes?
Recently.
Recently. So tell me about that.
So it was after high school. I was really thinking of going to vocal classes, and then I reached out to my dad like when I was in second year. Then he was like, okay, you love singing, you just go. And then I joined Kamata Music School. I'm going to be graduating in December.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You decided, you already know you have a good voice. I know you have a good voice. So you obviously already know you have a good voice, but you decided I'm going to go to for vocal coaching.
Yes.
Why?
Because at some point, you can't be perfect. So I wanted to go and fix those small mistakes that I had. Yeah.
You're still in campus?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What school are you in, and what nilikuwa nikuulize una take subject gani? What course are you taking?
Okay, I'm in Maseno University. I'm at second year. What? I'm a third year student pursuing drama and theater with IT.
All right, so you getting into the industry, I mean, you blew up with a song that we just played. We've just played, that is Higher, and you blew up on TikTok first.
Yeah.
You know, so is that the time when you had started doing music, or were you doing music before that?
No, I was doing music before that. I started recording music back in 2021, September, when I joined campus. That's when I met Sketch the artist. He's the one who has produced the album. I started recording, and then I realized my music was not doing so well. So I decided to create a platform for myself. And at that time, dance was really the thing. So kama ulikuwa na dance, you were getting a lot of views and a lot of followers. So I started with dancing. So I started dancing, I started gaining followers, I gained followers. And then when I was what will I say? When I decided to drop the album, I decided to use the platform to market my music, and that is when my song blew up.
Yeah, yeah. And when you were doing Higher, did you see it getting to the place where it's at right now?
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew it was a good song. But I did not know that it had so much potential. I remember I dropped it back in, was it April last year? It was there on my YouTube channel with no views. It had like 1,000 views only. I was kind of depressed about it because I had a lot of expectations for it, but it did not reach there. And then I stayed, just sat down. I took a break in music. And then venye sasa nikaanza kuimarket tena through my album, that is when it blew up.
Yeah.
I was literally surprised, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I knew it was a good song. Lakini ilikuwa imeni-fail for a minute.
Tell me about your songwriting process. You know, how does that look like? Amo kona ghost writers.
Nah. I write all of my songs. So literally, for example, Kama Haya. I remember I had this idea. Name a trip for your loving. Na 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 na. And then I remember I called my producer nikamwambia, "Hey manze, Sketch, niko na idea fulani hapa, sinifike stu." Akaniambia, fika. So when I reached there, he played for me a couple of beats. And then I had one, and then I was like, this is the one. And then I wrote the song. I first listened to the beats first, and then if it's vibing, ndo naandika. So I wrote, and then that is how we made Higher.
That is how Higher was made. Can you sing for us Higher kidogo? Just so they hear your voice without background voice.
Was that in auto-tune?
Background sounds, yeah. Wasidhani in auto-tune, because your voice is amazing. That's your camera. Tuimbie Higher. Just kidogo, and then we continue.
Name a trip for your loving. Na kuna vile nina hope ita turn to something. Baby boy, don't you know this? Hakuna haja ya kurush na it turn to nothing. Baby boy, umenimada. Nimechizi nimekuwa kama fala. Tangu nikucheki niko rada. Nikiwa nawe baby busiwezi kwaya.
Higher. You have a beautiful voice, I'm sure now. They have wamehakikisha kuwa sio autotunes, you know, you're one artist who just has this beautiful voice, and I hope that you get people who call you for shows, you know, to go perform live, you know. How is that going, by the way? Are you getting any shows? Have you started getting shows?
Okay, so far, I've not been around because I went back to school.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping during my long holiday, I'm going to get some shows. Yeah.
Would you say it has been easier for you in the industry as a woman, knowing that this industry is very, very male-dominated? Has that come in any way of, you know, in your career?
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, I really thought, like, hitting, co-hit, itanisaidia, like, things are going to be like... But let me tell you, it's not easy. And even it's not all about male domination and all. An artist is an artist. As long as you're putting in the work and you're consistent, it's gonna work for you. But it's not that easy. You just have to be patient. Yeah.
I love how you're looking at it. You know, you're not just looking at yourself as a female artist. You are an artist, generally. You know, and I love that you've come with that. What do I call it? With that energy, you know, whereby I'm an artist overally, you know. And now for the album that is Filling Station, how did it come to be? And why did you opt to do an album this early? I'm saying this early considering that we've seen artists who've been in the game for so long. They stay in the game for like 5 years before they released even an EP. So why did you decide that you're going with it from the jump?
So when I took a break, I've said I took a break. I was like, nah. I've been too silent. I've been too silent for so long, and I really wanted people to get an experience of my music. That's when I decided, nah, I'm not gonna release 1 song or 2 songs, but I'm going to release 15 songs. And then, like, I've always wanted to drop an album my whole life, like, to just get the excitement of giving people this side of me, and this side of me. It's just, let me say, I just did it for fun, but it really turned out great. Because right now, as I speak, the album has more than 100,000 streams.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. How diverse is the album, like musically speaking, and in terms of the sound that is in that album?
So the album has 3 parts. The first part is just me talking about how good love is, how we love, da-da-da. And then the second part, you can hear a mix of emotions. And then the third part, it's me saying, venye kiliniramba. Yeah.
So it's like a journey.
It's like a journey.
It's like a journey of you falling in love, getting into the love, you know, enjoying that honeymoon phase, and then all of a sudden, Nairobi, character development. Yeah, and how has that been like for you? You know, the reception of the album, seeing that, as you've mentioned, it has more than 1,000 streams. 100,000. 100,000 streams already. Just what is that feeling like for you?
It's really great because I remember before ni drop, I was really like, am I sure I want to drop this album? Like, I've just started, that watu hawanijui, people don't even know me and I want to drop an album. So like, it really took me by surprise that people really loved the album. I really get messages from people, songs that I've not even recorded music videos of. Like, what? I love this song. I love this song. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the point. That's the point. Yeah.
You've done collaborations now. Tell me about that, and how do you get to pick on who to collaborate with? And then I've also seen you've been featured in other people's songs. You know, there's a song by Mr. T where you're featured in. It's a not gengeton, urban tone song, you know, and you've featured in it. So tell me about collaborations and how you settle on who to work with.
So for collaborations, I just go with the vibe. As long as we vibe and I see you have the passion, like I do, damn, we're gonna do it. And for Mr. T, I remember it was venye nilianza kuhit. Mr. T DM'd me, was like, yo, when you know, see to link up. And I was like, yeah, to link up. And then that is when we recorded Come Beside Me. Come Beside Me, and it's dropping today. evening.
The video.
Yeah.
But the audio is already
the
out,
visualizer,
right?
yeah, the audio is already out.
Yeah, so it's dropping today, and that's how he's the one who came to you.
Yeah, he DM'd me.
Yeah. That feels nice to know that, okay, there's someone else who's seeing what I'm doing. And I feel like it's not just him. I think I've seen other artists just...
the Lucci.
Yeah, just commending you and saying that, you know, this is someone you need to watch. There's actually a list done by, was it Muziki or something?
Muziki.
Yes, Kenyan Muziki, and they put out a list of some of the artists to look out for from Kenya, and you were part of it. You know, is this all coming to you so fast, Ama?
It's God. It's God, because this is something I've been waiting for my whole life. So like literally right now it's happening. It's all on God, for real.
What does the future look like for Mora?
Ooh, and I'm excited. So I'm planning on dropping an album next year after I finish school. I am having an EP by the end of the year. There's a single that is coming out next month. Just amazing music, just big tunes. It's gonna be mad. Get ready, get ready.
They should be ready for you. What inspires you when making music?
I don't even know exactly. A lot happens while I'm making music. Sometimes it's my feelings. Sometimes it's just imagination. Sometimes it's just for the love of music. Sometimes it's just that I have some ideas in my head and I really want to like put them out there. Yeah, it's just different every time.
Yeah, yeah. Your sound or the genre that I get from your music is kind of R&B.
Yeah,
you know,
Afro R&B, Afro classic.
So who are some of the artists that maybe inspire you, that you look up to, and you wish that someday when the stars align, we're gonna do something?
So growing up, my dad used to play Classic 105 a lot. He used to just wake me up and tell me, "And okay, Classic 105. And okay, Classic 105." So it became like a routine. So every day I grew up listening to people like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, this person, Michael Bolton. So these people really influenced my music. But right now, the people like, I see their music and I really want to work with them. For example, Tyler, Coco Jones, this other person, Thames, Ira Star, Sauti Soul, Bien, Kinoti. Yeah.
We've actually seen, you've mentioned Tyler, and she was at the Met Gala just the other day, you know, with that sand.
I know.
With that sand gown and all that. I mean, do you see yourself getting to such stages? Do you see yourself, you know, winning the Grammys and just getting to such stages?
You know, something I believe in is manifesting. As long as you have a positive mind, you're gonna reach there. And let me tell you, just watch me. Watch me. It's gonna come, for real. I see myself there in a couple of years.
Yeah, we've seen, even from your list, you know, most of them are, you know, the Nigerians, the likes of Thames, and then there's the South African Tyler. We know Ira Star, who's also doing so well. Maybe what is hindering, okay, I don't know if this is the right word to use, but what is hindering our artists to get to that point? Because I believe we have such good artists who can actually, you know, just represent it on such stages. So what is taking us time?
Let me say, maybe for an artist to get supported in Kenya, it really takes time. If I really didn't put effort in posting my music on TikTok, probably right now people will not have been knowing me. So it takes time. And also the artists, kuna wenye hawajitumi kabisa. Unapata msee, umedrop ngoma, and then unangoja wasee waende wasikize. You have to like push it. If it's not working here, go push it there. If it's not pushing there, go push it there. And that's how I work. If it's not working for me here, I'm gonna do it there and there and there and there. Just don't get tired. Because if your music is good, trust me, people will listen to it eventually.
Yeah. And what does it take for one to to grow on TikTok, because your TikTok is quite, you know, you have a huge following, and that is where I feel your music is being pushed more, you know. So what does it take for maybe an artist who's watching us right now and they want to tap into that TikTok market, let me call it the TikTok market, what does it take to be TikTok approved by the people?
It only takes consistency, quality videos, na usichoke. Just disturb people, wasumbue kabisa. Mjasikia, sikieni tena, mmesikiza, sikizeni tena na tena na tena na tena na tena. Eventually, wase watakuja kukusikiza.
All right, before my DJ aulize swali, I want you to sing for us. So you pick a song of your choice.
Mine?
Of course yours.
Okay.
Yeah, it's you we're pushing today. So pick one of your songs and sing it for us.
Right now I'm a little bit blank. Let me see. Kama ni mimi unataka, love kama hiwezi pata, make me stay. It feels like it really don't matter, like I'm just part of your patterns, make me stay. I want you to make me stay. Don't you push me away. I want you to make me stay. Oh, I want you to make me stay. Don't you push me away. I want you to make me stay.
Yes, we're going to keep you on the show. We're going to make you stay on the show. Just to be singing for us, you know. Unique, over to you. Ama umechanganyikiwa sauti.
Nilikuwa hiyo side lakini sasa nimetoka nimerudi. Let me just come back. Now, maybe a word of encouragement to those guys wase wenye wanaanza muziki. I know you've gone through a lot. Unaweza patia advice maybe those people who are starting up.
Okay, what I can tell you, believe in yourself. Jiaminie. That small idea you have in your head, do it. Don't listen to anyone at yo, ina soundaji. No. Just do it because you have a purpose. Kila msee amezaliwa akiwa na purpose. And then believe in God. Omba. Trust me, you're gonna reach there.
When you're making your music, do you actually have a person in mind? Like when you're writing or when you're in studio recording, do you have a picture of who you want this song to go to? Like, do you have a picture of the listener that you want this song to get to? Ama you just chomoa mujipange uko mbele?
Not most of the time. Saa zingine I just write like to just express myself. Sometimes I get low, I feel low, I just write. Yeah, I express myself through my music, but not all. Sometimes it's just for the vibe. Sometimes I just want people to like jump to my music, like, oh, what is this? But sometimes I just want to reach out to that person who is like there, falling in love, ndio I relate to kidogo, kitu kama hiyo.
Is it easier to do love songs? I feel like most artists just go for
love songs. Love songs are easy because it's common, like everyone experiences love. Everyone.
It's relatable.
And then it's very relatable.
Yeah, so that's your first thing to think about and just write on. Yeah. All right. So now for those who have gotten to see you on the show, have gotten to know you for the first time on the show, tell them where they can find your album, where they can find your music generally, and where they can also get to interact with you personally.
So you can find my music on all streaming platforms. At Mora, just Mora. I like it simple, Mora. You can find my music also on YouTube at Mora Valerie. On Instagram, you can find me at m.o.r_aa. On TikTok, you can find me at It's Me Mora. Yeah.
All right, now they know where to find you. Be sure to go check her out and support her. So you mentioned you're taking drama and theater in school. Is it something you're also into? Like, are you planning on getting into the acting?
Yeah.
You've acted, but I think I've seen something on your Ama hiyo huku kwa coffee ama coffee?
Hiyo iko yangu. Iko yangu kama meshte zangu.
Supporting.
I've always wanted to act but sijapatanga time because I'm doing a lot. I'm a dancer, I'm a singer and songwriter, so like kubalance zingine anisumbua. But when I get time,
is that something you're looking into?
Lupita, I'm coming for you.
That's something you're also
but I'm good at. I love acting. I love it.
Can we act a scene out right now?
Yeah.
Tufikirie nini? Tufanye nini? Something. Let's assume. Hey, it's like a blank. I'm trying to find a scenario. We act a scene out. What scene do you think we can act out? Producer, director.
We can act as if tunafaitia msi.
Like we've love of course.
Yeah.
What did I expect from Mora?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so we assume there is a guy we both want. Ama?
Yeah, to assume.
Na yeye hajachagua. Ama anatucheza. Nairobi anatucheza.
Yeah.
All right, so you start to get the rhythm. So is he here or he's not? He's
not here. He's not here.
So you've just, I'm coming to you as a, okay, sawa.
Uko ready?
I was born ready.
Okay. Niaje?
Pizza na we nani?
Haunijui? Haunijui? Mi by the way, hebu achana chali yangu. Nimesikia story huko nasema sijui Jonte, sijui nini.
Jonte ni chali yako na hata juzi alikuwa amenipea promise ring nikuiacha nimeiacha home.
Jonte si chali yako na kushow. Anakujanga tu hapa kwangu kila siku. Wewe kumbe ndio unanyemelea chali yangu.
Unajua unafujwe.
Usijaribu kuniambia anything. Shut up. Nishakwambia Jonte ni chali yangu.
Trust me. Jonte by the way.
Sasa tumeweza kupigania Jonte like for real.
Wewe unaanza kucheka badala tuendelee na hii script.
Tuachie hapo kwa leo.
Kwani kuna Jonte alikufanya kitu imekutrigger? Bado uko acha tu tuiwache. Imekutrigger.
Imeweza ku get too real.
Anyway, Mora, thank you so much for coming through to the show. I really appreciate that you took your time to come. I cannot wait for you to finish up with your studies for now so that you get into this full kwa sababu saa zingine unatafuta unasema niko shule niko unasomea wapi? Maseno uko but I really cannot wait to just see you flourish in this scene because you deserve it. You're really good at it. So keep pushing, stay consistent and keep giving us good music. Kina DJs ndo kina Unique watakuwa anacheza because if the music is good, why not? All right, speak to your people back at home ukiwaambia kwa heri and whatever it is that you want to tell them.
So hi guys, thank you so much for the support to my fans. Thank you so much for loving me, for pushing my music. Thank you so much. I'm not gonna disappoint you. More is coming. Like just sit down, sit tight, relax and enjoy. It's gonna be a big show.
All right, all the very best. Tutumalize na kawimbo kamoja
na kuimba.
Kuimba.
Acapella.
Yes, acapella alafu DJ atacheza.
Acha nifikirie wimbo gani. Kuna times I used to wish that you were here, now you're here. I can't believe, oh boy, your voice is on repeat. I need you. Nothing, oh, nothing will ever stop me from loving you, Oh, nothing, no, nothing will ever stop me, stop me from loving you.
All right, that was Mora. Thank you so much for staying tuned. We are not yet done with the show. We'll be back with more. And the guest we have next is also really, really good. So you don't want to miss that out.
Moving me swiftly from side to side. When I see your eyes, I see the light.
We're done.
We're gonna be having butterflies when you put in the smirk. Yeah. They say you're too hot for my coldness. They say you're too strong for my if you give me more, you ready to risk it all. Give me a reason. Tell me I'm the one you've been missing. Clear your vision. Don't you go what we have out the window.
Are you a talented artist? Or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with our music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream. All for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Na huyu Alex mafikishana wapi?
Unaweza ni advise aje?
Hakuna kesi inapelekea kwa Mungu. Mambo yote yanamaliziwa hapa duniani.
When are we seeing this special someone?
I'm talking about a specialist. Na wakati yeye akienda kupata mimba na Alex, alikuambia wewe,
mzee ni mtoto wako tunaongelelea.
Ni mwanamume mgani wa rika yangu atakubali kukaa na yeye?
Kwani wewe tubebaje wewe?
Hivyo ndio kuna kuanga.
See, had you supposed to travel to Qatar?
I was just trying to confuse my enemies. Ama Peter alikataa kukupatia do. Ukiniangalia hivi friends zako kunipatia pesa kweli. Ama history zako ni za jaba.
Kila mali inaenda, it's compliment after compliment. Ukiona hivyo kuna mambo mzuri unafanya.
Yeah. Hapo tu. Uhuru Gardens tuko jaba, wengine wako miti. Zetu ni majama, zenu pikipiki. Letu. Hapo tu. Yeah. Hapo tu. Uhuru Gardens tuko jaba, wengine wako miti. Zetu ni majama, zenu pikipiki. Leo tunaenda Canaan, beba zigi mingi. Kuna mamadam, beba sidi mingi. Ni mimi hapo back left, paparazzi wanaifanya ngumu kufanya usherati. Nakumbuka kabla nifuge manati, nilikuwa na wakunywa na ile koloni ya Versace. Squeeze backseat, ilikuwa love seat. Smooth na manual unafikiria ni automatic. Tint kwa window muadhara ndo hatutaki. Hapa perfection tunaifanya bila practice. Mbele naona success, nafunga hat-trick. Mi ndo the jet way joy tisha happy. Tangu tuingie kwa hii mchezo si ndo heartbeat. Nairobi City tunairan kama athlete. Just usijali, hatukujudge. Hapo tu.
bane baiwe Evo ya ule popo kakumoneka kuchilanga bane baiwe Nibona napa bailo oh oh Akaputeka wino oh oh Nikasale neka oh oh Sinibona kankale singo no Don't go Baby I don't go
This is Entertainment Thursday, playing right here on Good Morning Kenya. Thank you for staying with us. And today has been a really, really amazing show. And we continue bringing you the best of the best. Right now in studio, I am joined by one Shad Mziki. And Shad Mziki is a singer, songwriter, performer, and recording artist. And he's also a guitarist. I mean, he's come with the guitar to prove that, yes, he is a guitarist as well. Welcome to Entertainment Thursday.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling this morning?
I'm good, Ni kabaridi kidogo, but...
Hakuna baridi sana leo.
Ay, watu wamelala peke yetu kama mimi.
Okay, I did not expect you to go there. But anyway, we are glad to have you on the show. I love your shoes, by the way.
Thank you.
They look so stylish.
Mtumba bwana. Mtumba. Hapa tu kama kunje hapa chini.
Si lazima useme aje. Sema tu thanks.
No plug bana.
The thing with guys, you don't know how to take compliments. You know?
That is
I
very
tell
true.
you have nice shoes, just say thank you very much.
You know,
I love them too.
Thank you very much. I love them too.
Anyway, if you can just get to introduce yourself the way you would want the people back at home to know you.
Wagwan good people, my name is Shad Mziki. I am a songwriter from Kitui. At the time niko hapa Nairobi nakimbiza mziki. Yeah.
And you also, I mean, I feel like today we've had artists on the show who are good live performers.
Yeah.
You know, artists who don't need backup by the music, by the background music, playback that is, and artists who are really just good, you know?
Yes,
we always have good artists here, but today I'm speaking in terms of live performing, you know, and just that voice projection.
Naitangwa projection.
Yes, you know, and I would just love to start on that note of you playing for us.
Okay.
If you can sing for us, Sherehe December.
Of course.
Yes,
of course.
as we get into the interview.
Kama unaenda pete na vitenge zote beba, utavana mutu wako mutatesa. Ni sawa umepata someone better. Nitaziweka picha za sherehe ya Disemba, vile tulikata bila chesa, hadi ukasema unanipenda, ulinicheza. Nibusu tena kabla hujaenda,
kama Disemba, na unikumbatie, usiniwachilie, usiniwachilie, nibusu tena kabla hujaenda, kama Disemba, na unikumbatie, usiniwachilie, usiniwachilie.
So beautiful. That is such a lovely song. But it is quite misleading.
What do you mean?
when you get to hear the title of the song,
Oh,
Sherehe ya
December.
December,
Yeah,
una
yeah.
expect ni ngoma ya sherehe,
Bops.
and then it starts.
That was
it's
the
a
point.
heartbreak song.
That was the
Tell
point.
me about it.
That song is supposed to just help you get closure for whoever it is that has been in your life that you really, really loved. Lakini you want that closure, isikuwe bitter, isikuwe na uchungu mingi, lakini ikuwe na, I'm just end this, like tunamaliza hii maneno amicably. There's no like bad blood between us. So that's why I wrote it. It's actually from a true story.
It's a true story. I actually wanted to ask you if it's personal experience, because the lyrics of that song, like you want to sit and listen. Like you don't want to sing along.
Yeah.
Like as a listener, I want to just listen to you sing it. You know, it's from personal experience.
Yeah, it's from the heart.
Hey.
It's a bit exaggerated, but yeah, it's imetoka kwa roho.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Nah, it's
you
good.
got over it? Did you heal?
Kitambo sana. Sasa tunaandika love songs.
Yeah. Did the person know that this song was actually inspired by them leaving you?
Eventually they did, yeah.
Lakini artists, I don't know, Unique. Na feel kama artists wanafaa wapigangwe tu character. You know, really good heartbreak songs, especially when it's from experience. Ikawa tutaendelea kutuma
msitume watu sana.
Magiande vio area watandike heartbreak.
Actually, we need good music every time.
Yeah?
We need good music every time.
Yes, and it
so
seems
heartbreak navazi kuja.
The heartbreaks in a slapping. You know, there's one by Chukukantu that I really love. It's called Wendo Mwaki.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful song. Such a good song. I feel like heartbreak songs do slap. Zinakuingiza kwa situation. Hata kama una heartbreak, unajikuta tu umeingia kwa hiyo situation.
Magic.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful song.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How do you go about writing your songs?
Firstly, like when I'm writing, nafikiria from the angle of like Mkenya mwenzangu atasikiza nini, you know. So like I write the way I talk. Vile nitakuongelesha saa yetu vile nitaandika ngoma. The same way. I won't like go like I'll try English sana, I won't try like nini sana. I'll just mash it up vile naongea tu sahi, you know, to make it as authentic as possible, you know. And that's how it just comes off. And the guitar is everything. Once I get something from the guitar, the songs, the words come. Yeah, the words just come and ngoma imeisha.
Yeah. This is the second time I'm meeting you. The first time I met you was when we had gone to do, actually that feature has aired today. When we were doing the Wodemolo interview, it has aired today.
Oh, wow.
So we found you there. You had a session with him.
Yeah, I did.
So just how does it look like working with a producer? You know, when you've gone to, and how do you pick on which producer to work with?
You know, for me, I have been lucky. I've been really lucky because Udomolo ilikuwa bahati mbaya. Nilikuwa nimeshikanisha all the remaining money I had like in my life, nikampelekea, and I had like this song I wanted to be mastered, and it also left. Kana nikamwangushia hapo, and after 1 week he like sent me the master of the song na akanitumia another version he made acoustic. Like he loved the song so much, he actually went and made the acoustic version of it. So kutoka hapo tuka build relationship pole, and now all of a sudden I just have Udomolo as my producer, and it's amazing. I'm really lucky because producers are hard to find, and dealing with producers is very hard as an artist. It's very hard. Producers, wanakupelekanga mbio, and for someone who is starting out, for example, ukipatana na producer mwenye anakupeleka tricky, you might just want to uachane na hii maneno yote utoroke.
And how important is it to like stick to a particular producer? Like you said, you clicked and your chemistry was just amazing. You know, he was getting you musically and all. You know, we've seen the likes of Nyashinsky working with Sedo in almost all his projects. We've seen the likes of, I've mentioned Vijana Barubaru, they work with Ihaji.
Medit,
so just how important is it for an artist to find that one producer that you just get to work with over and over? And is it not limiting because you're not trying out someone else?
No, it's not really limiting because, for example, if you're a good artist, you will always come to the producer with the goods. The producer doesn't have to try too hard, okay? So like when I go with a song, kila time naenda na ngoma tofauti. So when I go with a song and it's a different taste, akiona vision yangu, tukisha click ameona vision yangu. So haijalishi kama ni producer mwingine. Another producer would have done something different, but juu mnaelewana on the same wavelength, every kind of vibe unamletea atachukua.
So it's easier to just have that
one
producer
it's easier to have
that
one.
you know whatever song I'm thinking of, this one will execute.
Yeah. So maybe for like collabos or something, ndo itabidi umeenda kwa producer mwingine. But if you have that one producer that anakuelewa vizuri, because like my voice is different, my voice is kinda anasemanga ni unique, you know. So like nikienda kwa wengine, it doesn't come off the same because they don't really understand how I'm trying to deliver what I'm saying. But for him anajua and he does it perfectly. So umesikia Sherehe December how he alifanya kazi poa sana.
Did it so well. And the song that we found you working on, sijui kama uko willing kutuchezea sasa hivi?
Nitawachezea. Actually
it's not yet out though?
No, it's not, but itatoka in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now with this, the kind of vibe that you give, the kind of the songs that you sing, and how do you term that genre that you do?
I don't have a name for it.
Is it Afro?
It's not R&B. It's Afro something, but it's not R&B. It's very soulful.
It's
so
soulful.
It's Afro soul, maybe.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
It's very soulful, and I feel it's being like people are starting to get into it. By people I mean Kenyans. People are starting to get into it. You know, as Kenyans, we kind of love the vibey songs, the party songs, sherehe nini, you know, the akina you know, izo. Those kinds of songs is what we are really into. But I feel like people are now gravitating towards these soulful songs. You know, we've seen the likes of yourself, the likes of Ethan, now Kithan. We have, there's this other one who's really good, Kinoti, you know, and you're getting that, like, people are appreciating you. Do you feel like now we are in that era where soulful is the way to go? Like, are we going to get to a point where in Kenya, like soulful music is what
like
is like at the top of the game?
Yeah, I do see us getting to that point because I feel like soulful music is timeless. Especially ikiproduciwa vizuri, it's timeless. That song utaisikiza the same way mtu ametoa wimbo 2010 kama Elani vile alitoa kina Kuku, the same way you listen to it right now. It will go on for ages and ages. For like bangers ukuja, and bangers are great. Bangers are amazing. Hata mimi niko na bangers, but they hazina hiyo longevity. Yeah, it just gets to a point and watu wanna move on to another banger and another banger. But as a song that is from the heart, it'll last the ages. Yeah, that's what I believe. So yeah, wata gravitate towards it for sure.
We're going to get to that point.
For sure.
What does it take to make good music, and what does it take to make specifically timeless music?
Just be true to yourself, to be honest, because mimi when I started out nilikuwa nafanya hizi vitu peke yangu. Nilijifunza guitar kwa YouTube, nikajifunza kuimba nini. So everything, I didn't have influences zangu ninasema ni akina Sauti Sol, akina Ed Sheeran, people I saw on TV. You know, so like I had time to develop my own sound, develop my own craft nini. And I was always true to myself. So nikiingia studio, when I do something, it just feels different from something I have had before, because it's just authentically me. You know, so that's exactly what it takes to just do a good song.
Yeah, when you're authentic.
Yeah, itoke kutoka kwako. Just don't make it about you want it to sound like someone, you want it to sound like someone, you know, because there are great artists out there, but you just usirudie kile wamefanya, you know. Just do you. Itatoka. You'll do the good songs, you'll do the bad songs, but the good songs will come. They will always come.
Yeah, and you've said that, and it's exactly what Wodemolo had also mentioned when he said that when you're true to yourself, when you give out music that is just authentic, you know, for him he said real life stories, you know, come out so perfectly. And then he also said that when we tap to our culture, when we go back to our roots, then we can get to cross the borders. You agree with that?
I do agree with it. Kionata, for example, Watendawili with the song Chamtum, you know, all the Luo in it. People don't understand what they're saying, but it's just such a beautiful song because while it deliver from their own culture, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing when you do that.
Yeah, it's like how we all were singing along to Despacito.
Yeah,
we don't understand
you don't
Spanish,
understand, but you will sing.
Yeah.
You will sing kabisa because it's true to your culture, to your people. Yeah.
All right, I want you to sing for us that song that is yet to be released. You said it's going to be released in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, in 2 weeks on 23rd.
So our viewers, you see how I plug you guys. You're going to hear it for the very first time on this show. Go ahead.
Wakipekeni wewe tu wezi fanana, fine kidege npeleke juu na hizo mabawa. My second name will look so good na yako ya kwanza. Esa twende twenyuju wendo my Rihanna. Fine to mapenzi moto. Take all my do nimeshinda loto. These streets so cold, I need your love. Sema utakam. Juu kila kitu na do, baby, I do them for you. Na sitoki bado, baby, kila siku tunu. Kila kitu na do, baby, I do them for you. Na sitoki bado, no sitoki bado. Kwako niko sawa, niko salama, niko sawa, niko salama, niko sawa, niko salama, niko sawa, niko salama.
Beautiful song. It's going to be coming out in 2 weeks' time, so be sure to be checking out his socials. It's going to mention where to find him so that you can just keep up. And when the music comes out, you support because that is the only way to grow our industry. I feel like you and Mora would do a really good song. Would you be open for collaboration with Mora?
Natoka na namba yake saa hii tu. Ni mnoma.
Uchukue namba yake, but I feel like the two of you would give us
for sure.
Good music.
For sure.
Are you open to collaborations, and how do you go about that?
Oh yeah, I'm very open to collaborations, but it depends though. It depends with the vibe at the time. Alafu, if I cannot give you the kind of sound that you want, there's no need for a collaboration because you'll have artists who want something that sounds specific to some. Because if it's your collabo, I won't sitaingia nifanye vitu zangu alafu ukose kufurahia, you know. But yeah, if I find an artist I like, nitakuita tufanye muziki. I have a lot of collaborations vile bado sijapata chance ya kuzi-release bado.
How do you settle on what music to release? Because you said you have so many of them, like the collabos, but you're yet to release them. So how do you get to settle on, okay, this is the music I'm releasing at this particular moment, because you have so many songs as an artist that you've just recorded and it's seated somewhere?
Yeah, it takes a lot of nini. You have to find like unafaa kuwa na team. For example, I have here my manager into DJ Wasabi, and I have like 5 other people. Like they go through all the songs, wanaangalia timing, ni wakati gani, like is it like the love season, heartbreak season, nini. When is the best time ya kutoa muziki, time yenye watu wata pay attention for sure. Because before you release a song, of course, unajua lazima push, kama vile Mora alisema TikTok wapi, you have to push a lot. So you have to be ready with the timing. Uone like the time people wako more attentive to the music, unajua isikuwe kuna vitu mingi zinaendelea and whatnot, you know. But for the music itself, vile nimeandika ndo vitatoka. Kama niandika wimbo last year itatoka hivyo, like na tena chronology. Pole ndo like wimbo zingine zisibaki kama zimekwama huko nyuma. Yeah.
So what you're saying, as an artist, there's no way you can be a loner. You need to work with a team.
Yeah, you can't. Huwezi fanya kitu peke yako, you can't. And if you have, by the kudos to you, because like Mungu anakuonekania mbaya, because you can't do it alone. You can't. You need people.
There's the importance of that.
Yeah, and you need people to believe in you. Yeah. If they believe in you, good enough. Kuna nini, you can really do it.
Okay.
Because I need people.
Yeah. So you mentioned TikTok. We talked about TikTok with Mora and how it's helping push you know, music out there.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's for the good, ama kuna saa zingine kuna nyimbo unaweza sikia imehit huko and then you're like, yani wimbo surely
hizi ni manini
hizi ni what this?
Nah, but watu wakipenda kitu wamependa, you know, because like huwezi judge kama msanii, because what I do, mimi nikiandika naweza enda kwa msanii mwingine nimuonyeshe wimbo wangu akueleke hii ni kelele, but I will put it on TikTok na watu wataipenda, you know. So you just have to find your niche. Kama haifanyi kazi, like you just have to find your people, like watu wanasikiza hiyo muziki yako vizuri, because if it's kama iko sawa, you know. But kuna zile utasikiza utabambika, yeah, but for the artist anajua kile alikuwa anafikiria for the sake of his audience, his or her audience. Yeah, so hainanga noma kama ati na sound aje vile nataka
iko tu sawa.
Mambo yao.
For an artist, when you're releasing music, this is a question I also asked Mora, like, do you have someone in mind? Do you have a particular audience in mind that you want this music to go to?
Definitely. Ila wakati unapata umeandika kizungu mingi kidogo, you know the people you want to really listen to your music. When you write something that is kidogo iko na bounce, iko na nini, kuna hiyo audience unataka, you know. You can't just peleka your music anywhere, kuna audience different. Like Kenya is very diverse. Kuna watu wanataka kusikiza uns, kuna watu wanataka kusikiza soul, kuna watu wanataka kusikiza, you know, the netwaje nini akina Godha tena, you know. Godha, you know, exactly. You see, so like there's an entire diverse audience, so you just have to find your own.
And does the audience control what you give out as an artist? Because I know an artist, I don't know if I should mention, okay, it's not something bad I'm saying, someone like okay, what's his name? Imetoroka, but there's an artist saizi anafanyanga ngoma za sherehe.
Oh, okay.
Kwa sherehe.
Oh, Iyani.
Iyani, yes. Iyani is the artist I was looking for. So someone like Iyani, if you look at the songs he used to do previously, way before we got to know him as a sherehe, you know, singer, he used to do songs that are a bit almost soulful. I'll say something like Nviri kinda, okay, Nviri ile Nviri ya bila sherehe hivyo, Nviri ya kitenge, benso like, that is Iyani. Iyani can do very, you know, music yake inaweza kuwa very soulful, but now aka realize this is what people want and that is what he's stuck with. So can audiences like push you to get to a genre that maybe wasn't your initial plan?
It's only ni ngumu though, because like kuna ile, I won't call it ego, but kuna ile, there's that goal that you have as an artist. The kind of music you want to put out is the kind of music you want people to listen to. Utaki kubebwa na nini hivyo, utaki kubebwa na hewa sana. But for him, like, for example, I'd like to think like vile alifanya hiyo ngoma, like the way the reception it got and vile watu walifurahia kusikiza hiyo ngoma, ilimpatia motivation ya kufanya more songs like that one. You know, because it depends, because if it pays you pia and you enjoy what you have done, uta realize, oh, maybe hii genre nilikuwa nafanya ikuwa genre yangu in the first place, then you go into it. But for me saa hii, hey, nitafanya kile itakuja kwa roho, ijalishi ni nini. Hata mtanisikia kwa gengeton probably. Kama imekuja kwa roho, you know.
All right. We need to finish up with this interview, and as we finish up, I would love for you to sing for us one last song very briefly as you tell people where they can find your music and get you on social media.
Okay, so you can find me Shad Muziki on all social media platforms and streaming platforms. Shad_Muziki, Shad Muziki zote, Shad_Muziki.
All right. Pick one of the songs that you want to play for us.
Yeah, I'll do Share December.
Kama unaenda pete na vitenge zote beba, utavana mutu wako mutatesa. Ni sawa umepata someone better, nitaziweka picha za sherehe hadi ukasema unanipenda, ulinicheza nibusu tena kabla hujaenda, kama Disemba na unikumbatie, siniwachilie nisembae na unikumbatie, siniwachilie, siniwachilie.
Amazing singer you are. You are great at what you do.
Thank you
so
much.
all you have to do is just head over to his social media platforms, which is Shad Muziki, across all platforms. Get to support him. Get to support the music he's done and the music he's yet to release, because I will repeat yet again, right here on Entertainment Thursday, we are all about pushing the envelope of taking our music across borders, and the only way we can do that is by first us starting to support our artists. When we do that, then they'll just get to cross the borders like we want them to. Thank you so much to each and every one of you who has been tuned in on the show. Thank you to you, Shad. Thank you to Mora. Thank you to the artist K Daddy. Thank you to K Daddy, and thank you to each and every one of you who has been tuning in on the show. And of course, the DJ of the day and our resident DJ, that is Unique, the DJ, the baddest DJ in the continent. From us, we want to wish you a lovely day. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. My name is Vivian Dago. Until next time, goodbye.
Nice.
The African Development Bank's annual general meeting is taking place here in Nairobi later this month. This meeting is coming at a critical time when there's a growing call to reform the global financial architecture.
Coming to talk about these issues at the present when we are suffering from the floods we are seeing is very, very important. So that when we now come back to the main subject matter of climate change and Africa's transformation, or investing in adaptation, whichever way you stand, then it becomes very relevant.
This week on Inside Government, we are talking to the Cabinet Secretary in charge of National Treasury and Economic Planning, Professor Njuguna Dungu. He will be explaining to us the agenda of this meeting, as well as the expected outcomes. Watch the conversation right here on KBC Channel 1 with me, O'Brien Kimani.
Vyombo zako huko na uende kule, unajua kule utaenda.
I'm sorry, I have a contract. I'm not going anywhere.
Lazima ufuate sheria.
Na yeye afuate sheria.
Sheria uje ulale kwa nyumba yangu na nimekomboa.
Sheria
unanisaidia kulipa.
Ploti ni yangu.
Wacha kubishana na mimi. Hebu leta shahidi mwingine.
Ndakuponda ponda. Wewe usiniletee
wewe. Hata uone haya.
Sasa huyu ananiambia nini huyu?
Uone haya kujibishana na mtu kaa huyu.
Akuchapa. Ama nikutolee kiatu saa hii.
Wewe.
So kielele ni ya nini? Walkout.
Jumba hata si yako. Babako ndo umewachia. Alafu wewe hata juu kumetea.
Utaipiti
mimi naenda.
Please. Wacha tu test kama hiyo kichwa iko na uchi ama maji. Si ndio? Sana sana mimi najua iko na maji. Ngoja usikie mheshimiwa. Si unasikia?
Hello, fabulous ladies. Welcome to the talk show that's all about sisterhood, empowerment, and unfiltered conversation.
We will be focusing on women.
We believe in women.
We are really changing.
We are creating a safe space for women to connect, thrive, and share.
Just because you're a woman on a bike, you're labeled in a certain way.
It's not just a talk show, it's a movement.
When they are standing, we need to stand out.
From heartwarming tales to hilarious adventures.
They could ask me, Catherine, why are you learning?
We are turning the spotlight on women who are breaking barriers in their individual fields.
You have to have a vision.
You are the leaders of Kenya today.
Keeping it honest and relatable.
Mental health is real.
Yes.
Where there is no communication, there is no relationship.
Join the Sisterhood every Sunday at 4 p.m. on KBC TV for Dada's show.